wanna move on. If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and load 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who they we ignite and
we unite in the stripes.
Stripes.
Yeah, that's your microphone cannot handle that much, Greg.
Yeah, goddamn, I gotta.
You can't go savage mode on your brand new microphone on your brand new laptop, Greg.
No.
Welcome to Bengals and Brews. It's a fantastic Friday, and we're here to have some fun. Right?
Yes, we are.
He's on his way. Derek, I don't know. He might pop in from the vehicle. I think he's starting like night shift or something, right? So who the fuck knows?
I believe so. Yes.
I'm not updated, man. I've been off work, recovering from surgery.
Yeah,
but,
I've just been going to work, doing my own thing and all that and stuff. But you know, one thing I'm always trying to do. Head on down to Midwest Best Barbecue. Get yourself some wings. My brother put in a big wing order for our family Super Bowl Sunday. But so many wings, man. I'm probably.
How many wings did your brother order?
Crap, man. I'll read it to you right now. He bought one of the bundle packs. Hold on, give me 1 second.
You think that there's room at me for your house? For me at your
house?
Well,
he picked up 50 bone-in wings Sunday and 2 large orders of boneless wings.
So, I mean, I didn't get the official invite yet from you, Greg.
Well, it's for the Luther family and all that.
Don't you get a +1? Doesn't your brother bring somebody?
Well, a bunch of babies and all that and stuff.
Well, you ain't bringing nobody. You could at least bring one chop.
Yeah, but we'll see.
You get a +1, man. Call Sally and tell her the chop's coming to dinner.
All right. Well,
they'll love me, man. You know, moms love me, Greg.
They do. You know what they love even more? Wearing the Chop Shop t-shirt. Proud sponsor of this show. Also, go to the Chop Shop, man. You're immediately the cool person when you wear one of the Chop Shop shirts.
Right. That's true. That is true. And one time, this is a fact too. One time, I wore one of the Chop Shop shirts, and then later that day I got laid.
That's awesome. Well,
it's true too.
Well, Chop, look at this, man. We got ourselves a chat here. Welcome to the chat, Tyler, Sindustries, Darth, Tina, Chris from Jersey, Dustin, man, Travis. Oh my God, it's a Friday night. It's a Friday
Rockin' Bengals here too now.
Man, everybody's in today.
I know.
Everybody's in today. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I figured Dale'd be here by now, and so I'm out of show.
Well, you know what, man? Let's talk about how not just the NFL on the field is rigged, how it's rigged off the field. Yes, Joe Burrow
Dude,
won.
Let's talk about the honor show last night. Like Snoop Dogg, you know the NFL had to did they have to approve his monologue?
You know
or whatever?
what, man? I bet, I thought that myself, Chop. I thought that myself. I mean, the stuff he said, it was what everybody was thinking. I mean, everything what everybody was thinking.
Oh, my God. You know, Joe Burrow should have high-fived his ass backstage. I know it put him on the spot with the camera and stuff, but that's what he's thinking. But I was talking about how much he was talking about how the game is rigged, and he can't wait for the Super Bowl on Sunday where the Kansas City Chiefs face the refs. The Eagles face the refs.
Well, did you see when Pat Mahomes was getting interviewed for Super Bowl? Rick, they asked him, who's your favorite ref? And he's like, well, I like all of them. Yeah, I bet you do like all of them. You like every single one of them.
They did something like that to Travis Kelce, too. Man, I'm telling you, they're going to the paint, man, on this ref shit with Kansas City.
They are, man. And you know what, man? It's not just us Bengals fans. Everybody else is starting to notice it now. I hope something gets investigated. I hope something happens. I know they say, well, we're going to look closer into this. I will believe it when I see it. Put your money where your mouth is, NFL.
I do feel like Joe Burrow gave one interview, and I think it was with Dan Patrick, which I just found out from Cincinnati. I did not know Dan Patrick was from Cincinnati.
Yeah, he grew up in Mason.
He went to Mason High School. It was so funny, too, that Cincinnati is such a what high school did you go to thing. And I know Joe Burrow grew up in Ohio, but I didn't think it went that far. But immediately when Dan Patrick said he was from Cincinnati, Joe Burrow was like, what high school did you go to? And that's a huge Cincinnati thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where people say, what high school did you go to? So I don't know if he picked that up or maybe if that extends all the way, to the east side. But Joe, he was asking about that Chiefs game with that defensive pass interference call. And Joe was like, he was like, if I was Pat Mahomes in that situation, he was like, I would be upset if I didn't get that call. He was like, if that's like second, third quarter, yeah, but the position it was in, it's kind of a 50-50 because it was like game deciding, you know what I mean? But my thing is that like, I can't believe that the thing is totally rigged because then it's like wrestling. Why even watch if it's totally rigged and everything's figured out?
That's why I give up on wrestling. As a kid growing up, I thought it was awesome. People keep telling me, Greg, this is all fake. I'm like, oh no,
I didn't give up on it because of that. But my thing is with the referees is that if I really believe that, then why would I even watch? And the second thing is, I just think that it was a case of luck, and I think that the luck fell for the Chiefs, and I think the luck fell the opposite way for the Bengals. Like the Bengals had equal bad luck as the Chiefs had good luck. Chiefs had so many games that they probably should have lost. The Bengals including in one of those. And the week before that with Baltimore was close too. I mean,
there was a chart that came out that showed if this one little play went the other way, the Chiefs would have lost like 11 games or something.
You know what? Put that same chart out for the Bengals on their losses. And I'm telling you, that's just the way that our season went. So I know that it's fun to say it's all rigged and stuff, and I just can't believe what they say. There's 178 refs.
Yeah. Sorry, Derek. So we were just talking about Snoop Dogg. Do you think we were talking about this? Do you think Snoop Dogg told the NFL what he was going to say in the awards show, or do you think they had no clue what he was going to say?
I didn't even get to watch the awards show, honestly.
Okay.
What did he say?
Oh my God, he was ripping on the NFL, talking about how he can't wait for Sunday's game. The Eagles face the refs, and then he was like saying something about he wanted to give Joe Burrow something he didn't have all year, a defense.
Yep.
Oh geez.
Oh my God, he was going to the paint.
And then Bill Belichick's girlfriend was brought up too.
And then he dressed up in a Steelers uniform, and I swear to God, I dare you to find a skinnier motherfucker on the face of the planet than Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
James Daniels was standing next to him and looked like a sumo wrestler.
I liked it when Jelly Roll came out with him also.
Oh, Jelly Roll did not look real skinny in his uniform.
No,
Jelly Roll, he's lost a lot of weight though.
He did. No,
Jelly Roll, that's what I was thinking. I was just gonna say, he looked like, because I watched that 600-pound Life, and he looked like one of those guys on there that are getting skin removal.
But Jelly Roll's still a big boy. But yeah, he did lose weight compared to a year or two ago. But yeah, like I said, he just went off on everything. I mean, he just went off on a bunch of jokes on everything. But yeah, like I say, also, I guess we could dip into Joe Burrow also. He's made it clear. He's telling everybody, I want my guys signed. He's putting pressure on the Bengals front office right now. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think a riot will happen if like one of those guys leaves? Like Gesicki, Trey, or T leaves.
What's that?
Or Chase.
Do
you think a riot will happen?
I don't think if Gesicki leaves, I don't think he'll lose his shit because that's kind of.
I don't think he's going to lose his shit if anybody leaves. He's left enough clauses, don't you think? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
No, I agree too. I think honestly, if something were to happen and like he lost all of those guys after he went through, I think he might be frustrated and some words might be said, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's a 0 chance that happens.
Being a homer for Cripps since we're doing a mock draft today.
Yeah.
Did he put in? Oh yeah, here it is.
Got my Buckeyes national championship sweatshirt.
Yeah.
My Buckeye hat. Going to draft all Buckeye players.
Hey,
hell yeah! Well, that's not
going
going to happen. We're going to draft all LSU. You told me to open up the draft thing, so I have control.
Well, Dan, we were talking before the show. Do you think Snoop Dogg told the NFL what he was going to say at the award show? Do you think
you were actually talking on the show, Greg? I was listening to it, and you said this during the show.
Right.
Well,
Dale was actually in the comments, Greg.
Well, there you go.
Who gives a shit? Whatever.
Okay.
I know, but he's skinny as fuck.
I didn't watch any of it, but apparently it wasn't funny, and we got hosed. Willie got hosed. Willie Anderson getting hosed for the Hall of Fame against the biggest travesty. I mean,
Trey
Lamar not getting a single vote for Offensive Player of the Year is a fucking joke.
And
It's
man,
all-
these nerds that fucking vote on this shit are fucking just that. They're fucking nerds that don't know their shit. Clearly, barely even watch football. And just vote, and they shouldn't even have a fucking vote. So fuck all of them. Fuck all you AP voters. Suck a dick.
Yeah.
Like a guy from
Fuck
NFL
off.
Network, Tom Pelissero, said, like, why does no one from NFL Network have a vote but people that own parts of teams? There's part owners that have AP votes. All kinds of crazy shit. People that are connected to gambling sites have a vote. All kinds of shit.
That is
How do other
ridiculous.
people have votes for who wins these awards and they're connected to gambling sites?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the only
Come on
one that
now.
the only award we got was because our guy got hurt twice, so he won the award twice for comeback player of the year. And I swear to God, for a minute I thought they were going to give it to DeMar Hamlin, and I thought, well, man, I would be upset, but at the same time, the man did literally die
Yeah.
and then come back and be.
Yeah, but that was 2 or 3 years ago. Like shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
It's
But
not like
why-
he's come back from death every year. I mean, good for him that he's playing
yeah.
good football, but fuck.
Yeah.
He didn't die again.
Oh man, I thought they were going to.
No, I haven't heard this that the Bengals are looking to Ashton Genty. I think that would be dumb. We have too many other holes.
Well, you
Give me
know,
Chase Brown and it's a loaded running back class too. I don't want no damn running back in the first round.
I was listening to somebody's interview the other day, and they were talking about
Yeah, that's a joke.
when Cincinnati gets their Saquon Barkley. What was the was that for me?
No, if we smell, I was trying to do the smell. But, yeah, instead it just looked like I was just trying
What the
to
pork
thunder
is
tongue your
chopping.
fart boxes live on the show.
Yeah.
And Tina, it is a big crock of shit. I
Yeah.
agree.
But
And
you
it-
know
and they
what,
always-
man?
Yeah, that was the Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks was talking about. They didn't think that Chase Brown was really that good of a running back, which I kind of disagree with. But
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. But I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna
crazy
lie
talk.
though. I guess, like I've said before, man, I try to be an optimist. I try to see the glass half full. Season's over. Last season's fucking wiped out. It's gone. So I'm focusing on the next season and seeing what they do. And if we got Ashton Genty in the first round, is it the pick I want? Fuck no. Fuck no. But let's see what they do in free agency. You know, we could pull in some names in free agency and put Ashton Genty on this team, and you got a generational running back with a generational quarterback with a generational wide receiver on the same team. That sounds like a pretty good high-powered offense.
yeah, and I do like what they said though. They was talking about, with the offensive side of the ball, if you can get, which we had an elite offense last year, but if you
Yeah.
have an elite offense and you can figure it out on defense, we just didn't figure it out was the thing. And if we could figure out, get like top 15, we don't even need to be like top 10. If we're a top
Right.
15 defense, we are a Super Bowl contender.
17. Jesus Christ. I mean, anything.
But I think
Yeah.
Chase Brown fits what we do perfectly because he can
Absolutely.
catch the ball. I mean, he's explosive. He can hit a big one at any time. Like, I ain't taking no running back in the first. Plus, it's loaded. Like I said, there could be like typically there's 20 running backs drafted on average over the past 5 and 10 years. It's like always around 20 is the average. This year, I have 27 on my board, and I could easily add another 4 or 5 guys. Like there's like 30 plus guys that could be drafted at running back this year. There ain't no way in hell I'm taking no running back in the first round, especially this year. And
Right.
I love
Yeah.
Ashton Genty. I thought he should have won the Heisman.
Right. Yep. Well, Joe Burrow didn't vote for him, Dale. Joe Burrow voted for Travis Hunter.
Well, fuck you, Joe Burrow. No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
Joe.
I love you. I've never said that. I love you so much. Like, even on my koozie, it's just Joe
Yeah.
Burrow.
He's on my shirt. I made him
Bengals,
Jesus.
Joe Burrow. Bengals, Joe Burrow.
That's
We
how
love
much
you.
I love the man. I'm risking my salvation. I'll
Don't
probably
get mad, Joe. I still want to have you on the show, okay? So don't cancel coming on the
Joe
show.
just DM me.
Right.
He's not coming.
Damn it. I blew it
Oh.
again.
Thanks a
No,
lot,
that dude's
Dave.
coming. He's
Well, you
coming
know,
like a
one thing
fountain.
we could do to try to help the team, we could do a mock draft and see what we come out with, Chop. What do
Yeah,
you
let's
Yeah.
do
All
it.
right. Well, I might have one. You want to do it now?
Well, I mean, we're 15 minutes in. And,
I mean, I already might. I might have
Yeah.
already had it set up and going, and I did 6 rounds because that's how many picks we got.
yeah, that's fine.
So look at who's there.
Now, before we hop into this, I do have a question.
Go ahead, Derek. You got a
Did
question?
anyone
Yeah.
see
ass instead of titties.
Did anyone see Kay Adams? Kay
yeah,
Adams
I've seen her.
asking Burrow when was the last time he was satisfied.
Yep. Since the 2020 championship.
Oh my God! Do you think that she wants
I
to
mean, that's the
satisfy him?
correct answer, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
I mean,
shit!
it's
Maybe she
shocking.
did want to satisfy him.
Man, I didn't think Joe Burrow's life could get any better, and then that.
She wishes, don't we all?
I know I do. About both of them, Joe and Kay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it did look like Joe. I mean, not only the pendant, he had that weed pendant, and it looked
Yes,
like
right?
scales, but you know, honestly, he's looked high as hell during a lot of these interviews.
And he's
Probably,
wearing-
you know, he's probably just enjoying his life, eating the
He's
gummy.
wearing
or something.
pajamas.
My
And he
man
wore
don't care.
fucking pajamas.
He don't like media. He don't like attention. If he needs to take the edge off by smoking a little weed or taking a little
Right.
gummy,
He's
Good
in the
for
right
him.
state. Good
Good
thing he
for
got drafted in Ohio, right? He could have got drafted for that Kentucky NFL team where they didn't go legal for Joe yet.
or have a team.
Well, they do. The Covington Bengals, remember?
Oh, I guess.
Did anybody see Florio's the interview Dan Horde had with Florio?
Fuck Florio. Who cares?
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
dude,
see
it
it,
was
but fuck
funny.
Florio.
Florio said he knows for a fact. He knows for a fact. He's been inside Joe's mind, right? He knows for a fact that if Burrow was from Athens, Georgia, and not Athens, Ohio, he would have said he's not going to the Bengals.
Okay. Florio's a joke, man. He's not worth talking
Dude, I fucking cracked up when I heard that shit.
I'm still trying to do the math. What the fuck did you just say? If he was from Athens, Georgia, he would have not went to the Bengals.
Yeah, because he's from Ohio is the only reason he didn't demand not to go to the Bengals.
Oh, same as Caleb Williams wasn't going to fucking Chicago, right? All these
Yeah.
guys say that shit. Eli Manning's the only one that actually did it. But they all say that shit like, I don't want to go play for that team. Of course you don't want to go play for that team. It was the shittiest team in the league last year. That's why they're fucking picking number one.
To the mock draft.
Let's go.
I see here on the board 4 good
So-
players before we even look anywhere else, just at the top of the board. Genty, who I don't want a running back, but I do
don't pick
admit
him.
is a damn good player. Malachi Starks, damn good safety. Tyler Warren, damn good tight end 1. James
Mhm.
Pierce Jr. is my edge 2 behind only Abdul Carter, who's my number 1 overall player. I'd love to get a fucking James Pierce.
Word.
There's
Let's
Tyler
just-
Booker, a good guard. There's Kenneth Grant, a D tackle. I bet Mike Green's still on here because he's around 30 typically. I bet Nick Scorton's still on here.
I'll bet you he is. Let's go down.
There's Derek Harmon.
Hey, let me ask you this though, Dale. So Joe Burrow, Dan Patrick asked him in the interview. Did you watch the Dan Patrick interview?
No.
Dan Patrick asked Joe Burrow, what is the defensive player in the league that you have to plan for the most? The one that makes you worried the most? And so you didn't see it. So what do you think his answer was?
What? I ain't paying no
The
attention.
defensive player that Joe Burrow worries about the most on the field if he's playing against him.
Miles Garrett.
Sure. Miles Garrett.
Chris Jones. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason
Oh,
he
that
said
makes
Chris
sense.
Jones is
He's a
because
beast.
Chris Jones, he said, the way that they bring him to have
Well, all
an
trades are
interior-
happening.
To have an interior defensive lineman like that can rush the passer like he does, that they line up all over the place, is the thing that he's worried about Chris Jones all the time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is going with our draft here. How I've been saying, I want a 3-tech. I know that Abdul Carter and I know James Pierce. I know that those guys are edge, but man, so Kenneth Grant. What's he like as a pass rusher and a blocker?
He's not the greatest pass rusher. And
Ain't
Walter
Chris Jones.
Nolan, is Walter Nolan on here? Let's go to D tackle specifically.
All right.
Yep.
So since
Walter Nolan's on there.
Walter
is on
Nolan.
there. See, that would be like, honestly, I would stick and pick him. I'd be happy sticking and picking James Pierce. But honestly, I've already decided before we were doing this that I'm trading because I'm trading. And I am telling Buffalo they need to come and get Walter Nolan.
Trader Dale.
We are trading with Buffalo, Chop. Do you know how to do this?
Man, I'm gonna have to figure that shit out on the fly. You didn't tell me there'd be trades.
There's trade now. We're making a trade because we want more picks because we only have 6.
Tell me where to trade at.
Is there anything that says trade?
Yeah, usually would come up before you even pick.
Yeah, I know. You want me to restart the draft?
No, you shouldn't have to do that.
Oh,
Should be able to do it while you're on the clock.
I know.
Well, maybe we're not doing trades.
We might
I don't
not
know.
trade.
I always can do trades, but
Your computer's smarter than mine. I have a Mac. You're on the clock. Draft. I don't know, man. I failed you, Dale.
yeah. And
Are you sure you use this NFL mock draft base
sure
simulator?
do.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna bring it up on my computer.
You're gonna see if
quick,
you can do it.
just to see.
Oh, look, Deion Walker's there too. Not at 17, but man, I wouldn't mind taking that beast in the second round.
Yeah, who's all at edge? Look at edge. I seen Tyler Booker at guard. So like he would be my top candidate probably at guard.
You got your buddy Captain Jack down there. Well, I'll tell you what, somebody must already took Mike Green.
Yeah,
Hey.
and he's not at 30, so they must have changed their rankings a little bit too on here
Yep.
today.
They must have bumped him up. I mean, the other day when I did this, I took who's the edge rusher from Alabama?
Somebody.
Yeah, I took somebody.
They don't have an edge rusher. They have.
Who
a
was the guy
linebacker,
that I
Shabbat
took,
Campbell.
Dale, that you said that you weren't really super high on that guy? It was an edge rusher. Wasn't he from
Took
was it Georgia?
Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. That's it.
So it should be like there should be at the very top where like you hit start to start the thing. Should
You know
be
what? If
where-
I blow up the screen, I can see other things. If I quit looking at our screen, let's see.
where trade like where you started, there should be a thing that says trade.
Well, there's not. I can start
There
the
is.
draft over. It's not a big deal. There's no trade.
Well, this went to hell real quick.
I know.
Yeah, start it over. Let's start it over.
All right. Cincinnati.
Ryan says it's at the bottom under the ad, so it was probably there the whole time, Chop.
Oh, you know what? He's probably right.
Either
All
way,
right, so
we
I'm
haven't made
gonna.
a pick yet.
I hit fast. I'm gonna hit enter. Right. Boom.
See up there where you hit start.
I'm gonna hit. Well, that wasn't there before, but I can hit trade. So we're gonna trade our 17 pick, right?
Yeah, and on the
Buffalo.
trade value chart, so there's 2 different charts. There's Rich Hill's value chart, and then there's the Jimmy Johnson chart. Either way, this trade is similar value. So on the Jimmy Johnson chart, pick 17 is worth 950 points, but pick 30, 62, and 131 from the Bills would be worth 945 points. So, I mean, it's damn near even.
So
It's a
we'd
little
say
bit
30.
in their favor a little bit. But the Rich Hill chart would pick 96 is worth 296 and pick 30, 62, and 131 is worth 298. So it's a damn near even trade based on these trade value charts. And the reason I say with the Bills, if you look at it, they have 2 second-round picks. They have 2 fourth-round picks. They have 2 fifth-round picks. But we're getting one of their seconds and one of their fourths. They're still going to have a second and a fourth. And they're moving up to 17. We're moving down to 30, but we're getting 2 extra picks. So we go from 6 total picks to 8.
I like
That's
it.
my reasoning for doing this. Yeah, we're moving down 13 spots. Yeah, some good players are going to be off the board. But let's do the trade.
Let's hit it.
We gain some extra picks.
All right. Now we have to start the draft, right? Ready?
Go.
Let's go. I'll just keep this screen up instead of both screens, and then I can see it better.
Well, you can maximize. You can like make it bigger now so people can see it better. We're not going to make any more trades, so we
Yeah.
don't need it
All right.
anymore. That's the only trade we're going to do is traded down from 17. Now we're at 8 picks. The Bengals had like 10 last year, rostered all of them. Having 8's a good number.
What the fuck? Here we go. All right. So here we are at pick 30.
Let's go to D tackles again. I see Tyler Booker. He stands out right away. This is when it's like, okay, I can fuck with the guard.
Yeah, I don't see any D tackles.
Yeah, I know.
Not for the first
more.
round. So
No.
like that hurts a little bit on the D tackles because our guy, none of our guys fell. Like Kenneth Grant, he fell in one I did earlier, so that would have been nice to still get him at 30. But how about edge? Edge and guard are the next 2 spots that I'm
Jack
looking
Jack.
at.
Sawyer. What about
Yeah,
Sawyer?
I'm not
dude?
taking Sawyer in the first. Honestly, my highest guy is still Ezeriki from Boston College down there. But where he's at, we got 2 second-round picks. I'm going – I don't know about you guys, but I'm telling you, Tyler Booker, Daniel Jeremiah had him 10th overall. Plug and play left guard. Right away, you fix one of your guard spots. Let's just say you only signed Kevin Zeitler, and he's your right guard. You got Kevin Zeitler and Tyler Booker now at guard. So you talk about fixing your offense,
I'm with
Derek, and having an elite offense. Well, now we got 2 fucking quality guards.
it. What about Gray
Grace?
Zabel too? I mean, it's just too early for him. That dude.
Yeah,
was
it's a little
he's
too early. I
Wait.
would have him more as a center. If we needed a center, it'd be
Yeah.
more intriguing to take Zabel. But we need guards, and for me, it's
All right.
Booker.
Well,
Greg,
let's
go
pick
ahead.
this guard, man. Let's
Yeah,
protect Joe.
Well, no. The only thing is, Dale, I know this isn't fair to Booker, but man, Alabama does not have a good history of offensive linemen, do they?
I mean, Latham was just fine last year.
No, I did look up Latham. That's right. He
What's
did okay.
the kid playing in the Super Bowl? Landon Dickerson. He was a center, and he's playing guard for the Eagles. He's pretty good, huh? But
Okay.
like, you can't helmet scout, man.
All right, dude, this is no Dale. This is where you can tell me to fuck off right here. Let's
Fuck off, Greg.
Fuck off, Greg.
Take Tyler Booker.
Hey,
All right,
Will
then.
wanted to see the safeties, so I just went to the safeties real quick.
Xavier Watt. Oh, Xavier Watt's not there.
Xavier Watts, man, I'd pick him up in the second round.
It would
I
be-
don't
yeah,
think
exactly. And we're cheating a little bit, right? We don't know if he'll be there in the second
Mhm.
or not in real life, but hey, good chance he is on this. Plus, Nicky Monwari is a very good safety as well. So we took Tyler Booker. We're happy with Tyler Booker, and we got him at pick 30. Come on now.
Yeah,
Put him on the board.
Sawyer's
Yeah.
sitting there, Dale.
Jack Sawyer's still there, and we're up.
Let's go to D tackle.
Oh,
I see Tyleek Williams, but he's more of a run stopper. I don't want another guy like that. We got Chris
wow,
Jenkins
Deion Walker
and Kinley
got
Jackson.
taken.
Not
There's
this
that
early.
Shamir Turner. You know what? They did move the lines, didn't they?
Yeah, they
They dropped
definitely
his
changed
ass.
some
What
things
was
around.
he before?
Tyleek would be great value in the second. Like, I can't lie, even though he's
Yeah.
not a big pass rusher. But I got to go and look at edge. Edge and safety would be the other 2 things to look at right here at this spot. So Princely's available. It looks like Ezerike's gone, so that hurts because that was my
Yeah.
pick. That was who I was going to pick, and it was going to be a slam dunk, home run, knock it out the park pick. I like Jack Sawyer. I don't like him as much as I like Princely Umanmielen. He's got more bend, more pass rush, 10 sacks this season. I like him more.
You said Princely. You like Princely more?
I like Princely more, but let's look at safety.
Boom, Xavier Watts.
There's a lot of people that would probably want Iman Wari.
Why?
Al Golden, though, well, he's like 6'3", 220. You can move that kid around anywhere.
Yeah.
He's also a ball hawk, but he could play almost like a linebacker. He's so big,
Mhm.
and he'll tackle. He's damn good, but you got to think about what Al Golden would want here.
yeah. He'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
standing on the table for his guy.
If Xavier Watts is there in the second round, it'd be hard to pass him up, wouldn't it? Especially since Ezerike and some of the guys that maybe we'd want here are gone as well.
We haven't had elite safety play since Jesse Bates went to Atlanta. I would love to have that. Everybody's always like, we shouldn't have got rid of Jesse Bates. And so if you got a chance to get a safety in there that can possibly fill that role that he left, dude, I'm down for that.
Me too.
Even if he's 70% of Jesse Bates, like we haven't had, hell, even if he's half of what Jesse Bates was, that'd be better than what we've had lately.
And nobody's going to know better whether Xavier Watts can be a Jesse Bates replacement or not than Al Golden, because he's been coaching the kid for years.
You
Or
know,
did
and
he
it's
just
like,
play
we
this-
didn't get an edge. Well, guess what? We liked a few different edge players there. And we got another second-round pick because we traded down.
Right. So are we
Yep.
picking Watts or are we going
Let's
edge?
pick Watts. Let's
Pick-
do it because I
pick
think
Watts.
Golden would
I
be
think he
all
will
about it.
too. Well, we just whiffed on that trade, but you said we weren't trading. What about Jackson? What's he look like for an edge, Dale? From Arkansas.
I know somebody would be horny about this, and it's the CEO, Dustin Crawley.
Uh-oh.
Now
So
he's
Dustin-
like 6'6", 6'7", and he's like 270, 280, but he's got some decent pass rush. He looked good at the Senior Bowl game specifically. Let's go to all the edge rushers. I see Harold Fannin on there too. That would be if you wanted your tight end.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like Braden Swinson. I like Kyle Kennard. Jared Ivey's another big guy there too.
You know me, I like Savion Jones. But I'm not right now, but in a couple rounds if he's still there, if we don't pick up an edge before that.
See,
And it ain't even
I was
LSU,
hoping
man.
Sawyer or Princely fell here. So, we're kind of getting a little roughed up a little bit on some of the hopes and dreams of players falling hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Miles Murphy's taking a big step this year, though, Dale, so don't sweat.
Yeah.
And they're signing Trey.
Is
So let's look at
Has
tight end and go ahead.
Yeah,
Derek.
let's look at tight end.
has
That's a good idea.
JTT been picked yet?
Who?
Yeah, I think so because
Okay.
I didn't see
JT.
it.
There's a couple tight ends here. Dale, didn't you like this guy from Miami?
Yeah,
Elijah?
Arroyo, man, I actually put him above Fannin, and I know our guy
And
Ryan
I like
Sparks
Mason Taylor.
is in the chat, so I know Ryan Sparks isn't going to love that.
I
Well,
think
But I
Mason-
would honestly be happy with either player. So this is one.
with
and
either
I'm
player
leaning-
out of who? The first top two?
Yeah, the top
Let's
two.
go three.
Taylor wouldn't be bad, but I'm just saying. So Arroyo or Fannin, I think, would be a good pick here. So Ryan, you got to vote, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not the bad guy here,
No.
and I'll put Landon Jackson in this vote, the edge, because I know Dustin's going to vote for him.
Ryan
So
wants
the
to
rest
check
of
out
the
let's check out the tackles. I think Ryan wants to look at the tackles.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, there's that Peebles guy you like, but I mean,
Eaglesdale.
Yeah, I mean,
not
for
here.
me personally. Yeah, I would. What have we taken so far?
we have taken the first round. We got the interior offensive line, the guard from Alabama,
Booker, and then Watts.
and then we
Yep.
got Watts.
Yeah, so we've really neglected D line. So to take a
That's
tight
true.
end with no D lineman at this point
Right.
is pretty rough.
And we're signing
Yeah.
Gesicki back, so maybe we should look at defense.
Yeah, but we can totally cheat and expect
Mhm.
Peebles to still be on the board
Right.
after this pick.
Let's go back. What about that edge? Let's take the edge out.
That
top
KP says bad draft. It
Yeah.
happens, KP. Start over. We're scrapping it. We're starting over. Can't do that in real life.
No.
So.
They should do that in the draft, like let people call do-overs.
Yeah.
Guards do get picked second or third round unless you're the best guard. And
I
then
get-
there's
well-
always at least one guard, if not two, that goes in the first round. Tyler
Yeah.
Booker is that one guard. And I can promise you, KP, he's going in the first round. It's not that.
And that position's getting a lot more value now.
It is.
How about linebacker? Kenny wants to look at linebacker.
All right.
No one's voting. So, I gave 3 options and no one's voting. We could look at some more positions. Schlesinger, Carter, Knight, Paul. Those are all pretty good players right there. But this is an extra second rounder. So I would prefer to take any of those guys at least a round or two from now. Personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ryan says running back. Here's your running backs.
Yeah,
I'm
Johnson.
still
would
out
be-
on running back.
Yeah, me too. In the second, Travion, Quinshon, Caleb Johnson. We're going to roll the dice and hope our boy Cam Scatterbo falls maybe 4th round. Even.
He wanted to look at wide receivers. Here's wide receivers. Higgins is on there still.
KP, I hear you though. Like there's a bunch of guards I would have been happy with.
Oh,
in
that
the
Jack
second
Beck
round.
too, man. Besh or whatever. That dude looks like a good, like contested catch guy.
Yeah, I'm not taking him in the second.
No. And what was the other position? He wanted offensive tackle. Let's see that.
Yeah, Emory Jones, because he's going to be a guard. Belton could potentially kick into guard. There's a bunch of tackles that could play guard and probably should play guard in the NFL.
Yeah.
So that adds to how many guards there could be.
If I'm picking here, I'm taking the defensive tackle.
What defensive tackle?
Yeah.
The Peebles guy.
Yeah, they got him 114th on this.
Pretty sure we can get him after this.
Let's get the edge guy out of Arkansas, then get Peebles.
Let's take a tight end because that's the best thing on the board. We're not taking any D linemen yet, and that sucks, and I get it. But
so we're getting Mason Taylor.
To accumulate more picks.
All right, fine.
We're getting Mason Taylor. And now, which one are we taking?
I go Fannin.
Okay, I gotta ask this.
If we do this quick enough, we'll do another one, and we'll do no trades, and we'll take that fucking D tackle, so everyone will shut the fuck up.
Yes.
I gotta ask you this: at the Project Game Day draft event, when we're watching the second round, if we get out of the first two rounds with no defensive tackles, Dale, how are you going to feel?
I'm not going to be very happy, Derek.
You'll be happy because you'll be eating some of that.
I made a trade, okay? I made a trade, and my gamble did not work on this trade.
Thanks a lot, Dale.
I could have stayed at 17, taken Walter Nolan, and been perfectly happy with everything. But I didn't. And now I'm pissed. And I'm Duke Tobin, and I'm facing the music. I fucked up, okay?
See, and now, most likely, Duke Tobin's watching the show and going, right now, he's going, Dale, that's why I don't fucking trade down.
Yeah, that's why I don't trade Dale.
That's why we don't trade
take
Dale.
That top guy and just move on. It's too much work.
Yeah. So, Ryan says Fanning.
Let's take Harold Fanning. Fuck it. Let's give the people some fun.
I like the name Harold anyway. It's kind of cool.
He broke records, Bowling Green, small school. He's going to ball out. He's going to catch a shitload of Joe Burrow makes tight ends money. Imagine having a guy he can grow with for 4 years who has the NCAA record for fucking receiving as a tight end. I think he'll do well here with Joe Burrow. So, Harold Fannin, you were the pick, buddy. Congratulations.
Yep. So, here we go. Pick number 81.
So now we're into the third round. And we have no defensive linemen. So let's go to edge and let's go to D tackle. We are taking one. All right. I don't care that Travion Henderson.
Edge, you got Jared Ivey from Ole Miss.
I'm actually higher.
I'm
higher on Kennard. And I'm higher on Kennard and Swenson both than I am Ivy. So
and then what was the other one? The DL?
Yeah.
Who's this Alfred Collins? Give me the lowdown on him.
Oh, no. Did Peebles go? Fuck me!
No,
what is happening?
Fire Dale!
I quit! I'm firing myself. I quit. I suck at this job. I don't want to do the gym. Unbelievable.
Thanks a lot, Dale.
How did Peebles go when he's 114th on the board? They got the guy, Alfred Collins, who's 65th on their board, and they said, nah, we're going to keep him on the board. What are we doing?
Dale, you got to take this advice from KP. You got to trade down just 20 or 23, not down to 30.
Oh, I know. I've done it, but I wanted to make the trade value chart because then you're looking at a third-round pick. If you trade down to just 20 or 23, you're looking at only getting a third-round pick. We added a second. It's very valuable. Just maybe it didn't work out here, but guess what? We got Xavier Watts and we got Harold Fannin, okay, in the second round. It's not the end of the world. You take good players.
And we got a 95-year-old defensive tackle.
And by the way, KP, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kate. Let's get this one done because I fucked it up. We're doing no trades on the next one. We haven't done a mock draft show, and this one's ass. Let's go to edge.
We're starting off the season slow.
I did industry set. I thought I was beating the system. I literally did 2 of these earlier, same trade, and 8.
So who are we going?
And I was like, I'll get those again. And
you said edge, right?
Yeah, we're going to edge. I'm taking Kennard. I got him as a late second, early third round guy. We're in the third. Let's go. Good value.
You got Kennard.
Good pass rusher. Good sack production. very good player. I'm not
All
going
right.
to overthink it. I'm taking him. He'll rotate on that D line and give us some pass rush.
Now,
Pick
can he slide in
118.
at all, Dale?
Hell no, he's like 248.
Oh, okay.
What about Jordan Birch, Dale?
Yeah, he's an edge, but I think he can play
Oh,
D
he's an
tackle
edge.
because he's like 6'6", 290.
Well, they got him
And-
listed as the tackle.
Yeah, let's go to D tackles. But yeah, that's very intriguing, honestly, because I would put him there and not think twice. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's just run it because we're getting this one over with.
Right.
Jordan
we got-
Birch, you're a Cincinnati Bengal. All right,
All right.
running back. Running back and linebacker now.
I want to look at the wide receiver real quick too, because he's gone. I do not want Karen Lacey. Don't
Oh, you
fucking
love
vote me
LSU,
out.
Chop, Kyron Lacey.
Ah,
Come on, LSU, Chop.
that dude will be in fucking jail anyway.
How about linebacker?
Oh yeah.
I like Smile Munden. Lander Barton.
Lander?
He went back to Utah, so he shouldn't even
Oh,
be on
did he?
here. You fucking idiots! He's
Yeah.
not even draft eligible.
There's a lot of Higgins, man. There's another one, Jay Higgins.
Yeah, I like those linebackers available, so I'm going back to running back. I got Dylan Sampson as a third-round guy. Him and Ollie Gordon pretty much both. So here we are in the fourth. I'll let you guys pick and the chat weigh in. Which running back would you rather have, Dylan Sampson from Tennessee or Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State?
They must have moved your Scattaboo up too.
Oh, he went. Well, we could have tried to pick him last round,
Oh, okay.
These guys are going, but yeah. Trust me, I was getting him in the fourth earlier. It was nice.
Will
I was
says
doing
Jack
good.
Kaiser.
Yeah, it's a linebacker. We could
Oh,
see if he's there next round, but
Samson.
all right, we got one vote.
Stud.
Samson's a stud. I got him higher than Gordon. Let's go, Samson.
All right. So
Let's
there
go.
you go, Will. You were the first
SEC's
one.
leading
And-
rusher when he got hurt versus Ohio State. That team struggled in the playoff game without him. So good player.
All right. So here we go.
Wide receiver, linebacker.
Wide receiver. Yeah. That dude, why is he'll go.
Yeah, I don't
undrafted.
like that wide receiver class. Linebacker and corner.
That
Both.
Munden's still there.
Yeah, I'd take Munden. I mean, he's a good player. I think I got him third round guy. We're in like the fifth or something. We have 2 5th-round picks, so should have another one.
Yeah,
here.
we're in the fifth. We're in the sixth.
I think cornerback we could look at.
Pick 2-6. Well, I don't know what the fuck it is. I didn't look. What is the pick? Is it? It's 195.
Let's look at cornerback.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Get another corner in here. Not a great group there. I like Jamari Harris probably the most out of everybody on that list. Upton Stout had a good Senior Bowl week, but he's like 5'8". But is he Mike Hilton? Mike Hilton's small too. So Upton Stout and him are two guys.
You know
I
who
like
you were
there.
saying that about last year turned out to be pretty good is Sanders Trail.
Yeah, Sanders still even was able to play outside. Yeah, this kid I think can play a lot of positions. Fuck it, let's take Upton Stout because we're gonna do another one because I fucked it up, guys.
Yep.
I fucked it
Right.
up. We're gonna get through this one real quick. I don't even know what else we'd take at this point. Take another D lineman, take
Yeah.
another D
Well-
tackle, take another swing.
One question I have, like quarterbacks, because I don't know.
Oh, we're
I
done.
forget
we're
how
done.
many.
All right, good deal.
Okay. I was about to say when we're getting towards the end, we got to start thinking quarterback too, because I think our guy is I think he's got one more year left, but
Am I gonna hit restart?
Hold on, let's recap it real quick. So we went Tyler Booker in a trade down, got an extra second and an extra 4th rounder.
I think I need to hit save to see the whole thing, right?
That's fine.
All right.
So Tyler Booker at pick 30, the Alabama, he's going to come in and be your left guard right away. Xavier Watts, Al Golden's going to be very happy with that pick at safety. Harold Fannin, he's going to be your starting tight end right away. He actually showed a lot of improvement as a blocker this season and was dominant as a pass catcher. So you can move him around. You can do a lot of things with him. I like him a lot. Kyle Kennard's going to come in, immediately be in your rotation. Maybe Miles Murphy starts, but Kennard's going to be fighting for that job. Jordan Birch, we're going to say, hey, listen, we'll kick you out the edge at times, but we want you to focus more on being a D tackle because you're 6'6",
Right.
290, and you're athletic. So we like being able to get you where we got you. Dylan Sampson, you're coming in. Boom, 1-2 punch with Chase Brown. Smal Munden. You might start at linebacker, honestly. That's a steal. Upton Stout, you're going to come in, compete in the slot, maybe earn a job, special teams early on. Let's
Look,
go.
Dale.
It was solid. I always got a plan. You get more picks. I can make anything work. Now, it didn't work out perfectly.
Yeah, when I was looking at the draft, I'm like, man, I'm not mad at this draft. I'm not mad at it.
I honestly, I know how to make it all work at the end of the day. I'm better than Duke Tobin. They should hire me to be their GM. But that's another
Exactly.
story for another day. Now, let's run it back with no trades.
All right.
And I'll listen to everyone else this time and stop being the GM because you guys said I sucked at my job.
Yep.
And KP says we can do better. He's got faith in us.
God dang it.
There we
man.
go. I like that, KP.
What the hell?
Trust the process.
First day on the job and already
Yeah.
got fired. It's crazy.
Cincinnati. Fast. Enter.
I just like the trade down thought. Like, I'm really on that right now because I'm like,
Yeah.
man, we
There's a
only
lot
got
of guys
6
available.
picks.
Well,
Yeah,
there-
and-
well, oh,
There's going to be some good players that fall. And even if you do only trade down to the mid-20s or early 20s from 17 and you pick up an extra third, that extra third, it's just another
No trades, right?
swing, and we need that.
No trades.
well,
No
Dave,
trade.
obviously, from news a couple days ago, what's his name is interviewing. Well, he could be interviewing with the Jaguars, Trey Brown. So let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, I said if he'd even
No,
want to
it's-
go there because that's a shit show.
Oh,
Did
then
you
no,
put up-
Yeah.
absolutely.
Did you guys put up Dustin's super chat?
Duval.
Duval. That's the corniest fucking thing. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. See, Greg, do your fucking job. We got super chats and you're not even putting them up.
Right, Greg.
God, Greg.
Come on. I'm flipping between two screens here.
And I was being GM, and now I'm like,
And I'm driving.
All right.
That's no excuse, Derek. God damn it. You got 2 hands, motherfucker.
Which this is, hey, just a heads up. This is the last time you will see me driving.
yeah, Derek's changing his shift, so we just won't see Derek at all.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
No,
I
you'll have
probably
to
won't
get
be
up
on.
early.
I do think
Oh.
Smal Munden should go about 2 rounds earlier, Dustin. Thank you for the generous super chat, brother.
I won't be on
Oh.
Monday, but you
Look
guys
who's
got
in-
somebody to
look
replace
we
me.
have in the chat, Dale.
Santori.
What the hell does that
Disney
mean?
World,
L.A.
living it
He's in
up.
L.A.
Santori, he don't know where he's at.
La
honestly.
fuck.
He was
L.A.
texting,
fuck.
texting
Oh,
shit
it's-
that he didn't even make sense earlier. Like, he's also
He's
driving.
He's driving.
Well,
This
that's
is the
safe.
guy-
That's
This
safe.
isn't Dale, isn't this Jalen Walker? That's the guy that are you what's your opinion on him?
I think he's a top 15, top 20 player in this class. I think I have him under linebackers. They have him at edge. I think his best position will be edge. I think Abdul Carter did the same thing. He played linebacker. He finally played edge full time. So Abdul Carter's is my first overall player because I seen what he did at edge on a full-time role and how he developed. I think Jalen Walker could do that. Now, I wish I had seen it,
Right.
but that's why this guy would still be available potentially at pick 17.
And
So
here's
Jalen
our,
Walker at edge is a sneaky pick that no one talks about because I think he could be really good at it.
And here's the defensive tackles. Kenneth Grant, Walter Nolan, Derek Harmon, Tyleek Williams, Deion Walker, TJ Sanders. What else should we look at? I mean, the way we took a beat.
We're not
from the
looking at
fucking
guard
Blue Crew-
because no one liked that one.
What's that?
No one liked guard at pick 30. We ain't taking a
No.
guard at pick 17.
Let's just take a peek though. Booker's still there.
Yeah,
I'm going back.
I'm
Nobody
okay
get
with
mad.
that.
So D-line and edge, honestly. Benjamin Morrison, maybe if the hip checks out at corner. He's 27th overall on the consensus board here for mock draft database. I mean, he's a Notre Dame kid, so Al Golden could have a lot of faith in him. He was a guy who I had as a top 10 player coming into the season, and he was playing like it. But a hip injury is scary for a corner.
Yeah, no shit. It's all in the hips.
Dustin is not a Grant guy.
All in the hip. Ooh. Man, that's a good tight end, isn't it?
Do you think, Dale? Do you think he'll be at the combine at all, to where we can see like how he's progressed in his like injury?
I'm sure he'll be there for medicals, but I don't know if he's healthy enough to do anything. I mean, if he could, that'd be huge. But I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I was
know
thinking.
his timeline for injury.
So what are we doing? Where are we going?
For me personally, I'm going back to D-line.
Walter Nolan.
I agree. You know,
And I got Nolan
at.
at literally almost a fringe top 10 player in this class overall.
So let's
People
go
are
pick
talking
Nolan.
about people are talking about character or this, that, and the other concerns. Man, what he ain't done nothing bad. He ain't never been arrested. He ain't never had nothing, no fucked up shit like that. Are you saying, oh, his work ethic or he transferred? Everyone transfers. Like there was something about NIL. Somebody told me. I don't give a shit, man. NIL deals, blah 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 blah. Who gives a fucking fuck? Walter Nolan's a good football player, good run defender, explosive. He was the #1 overall recruit in the country for a reason when he went to Texas A&M originally, and he flashed and balled out for Ole Miss. So for me, it's Walter Nolan all day long.
Yeah.
Walter Nolan.
Riley says Grant is who?
Yeah, he's not a fan of Grant. A lot of people aren't because they're worried about the pass rush. But I see a guy that's 340 that moves different. He moves different than a guy at 340 should move. I am not going to just not like Grant. I see what I see, but I understand people that are a little hesitant because you can look at his PFF win rate and stuff, and it's not as high as these pass rushers. He's definitely run stopper first, but he pushes the pocket and he can move at 340. I like him a lot. But I like Walter Nolan more, so it's an easy pick for us.
Boom. And you know what? The Brew Crew agreed with you.
Nolan, yeah, baby.
Matter of fact, Santori, this Rally Round the Natty guy says Grant is poo pop.
Yeah, that's what Greg just said, Chop.
Oh yeah, sorry, man. Fucking Peggy's texting me.
All right, people liked it. Walter, all right. So we're turning around here. I think, dude, Caldwell is a fringe third, fourth rounder for me, KP. I don't think he makes it to 6, but on here, yeah, he does. That's the thing. Real life, there's real life and there's this, you know.
Yeah.
Walter Nolan might not make it 17, but he's there at 17. I'm picking him, and we did.
Holy crap, Donovan Jackson's there.
He sure is.
Let's take him.
And this is why you don't take a guard in the first because – yeah, a lot of people like Nick Imamori, but Watts could be in play like we took him last time. But let's look at so we took a D tackle. Let's look at edge and guard. Let's just try to stick to needs because this is pre-free agency. After free agency happens, we can do a lot more mock drafts. We'll know exactly what the main needs are and be able to hammer it down even more.
Didn't you like this Ezeriku?
I like him a lot. I like Donovan Jackson, but I like Ezeriku more, just slightly. They're close, but Ezeriku I could see being a late first-round guy. Explosive, man. Long arms. He's only 6'2", like a little under 250, but he has like 34, 35-inch arms. He's a pterodactyl.
Laughing at Naughty Two Slurp's comment about taking
those Shiloh's.
Shiloh Sanders.
All right, so we'll let the chat come in on this one. Donovan Jackson or my guy. I know my pick would be my guy Donovan Ezeriku.
I'd go I got to get your guard, man. I go get that guard.
You get Donovan Jackson, and he can play left tackle if you need it because we've seen him do it for Ohio State.
So we're picking between Donovan Jackson
and Ezeriku.
All right, so KP, Jackson, Tyler Bowles, Donovan.
Well, it's 1-1.
Well, you can't just say Donovan. They're both named Donovan, damn it.
First round, Jackson. Yes, Jackson. Shiloh Sanders.
T-Bowles was cheating. He said Donovan.
Dustin says Ezeriku.
Yeah. So which one we going?
It's pretty close right now from the chat. Derek's going Jackson. Greg went Jackson. It's pretty.
I want the D line, man.
All right, actually, whatever. Jerome says
I don't know. I think I do want
I
a
see
guard.
2 more Jacksons. I see
Troy,
get the
says Ohio
DN.
State.
It's very split. I see Ohio State and then Xavier Watts. Come on now. Will,
I'm
I know you
sorry,
love
Miss
Notre Dame, and I
Jackson.
like him too.
I am for real.
Well,
That's
he's
not
not
an
even
option.
there, so don't worry about Xavier
One of
Watts.
the,
He's
one
gone.
of the Donovans. One of the Donovans.
Xavier Watts is gone, so
Jackson or Easy E? Jackson, Easy E.
I do like that sound of Easy E.
Yeah, Ezerike.
Yeah,
Easy E. It's got to be his nickname. I guarantee it's
Easy. I worked with a guy whose nickname was Easy, and it was
his initials are
his
DN.
last name was something like that. But this not this guy though.
Man, this is split. This is very split.
All right, so
It's up to you, Chop.
why the fuck is it up to me? Well, you know what? If it's up to me, man, I'm fucking going Homer. At not me Homer, but I'm a Homer for you guys. I'm gonna go Donovan Jackson because I want to finally get a guard in here that we
Tyler
can have.
switches back to Easy E.
Well, it's too late. I already picked the guard,
fine.
Greg. So you can't change your mind.
It's Tyler's fault.
That's
Mhm.
a lot, Tyler. I'm just kidding.
It's Ohio State's new offensive line coach, T-Bowles.
All right.
They literally hired a guy named Tyler Bowen. It's like, damn, T-Bowles got the job.
So let's go back to Edge. Kyle Kennard's still there. Josiah Stewart, DL, Shamar Turner. What was the issues with him? I heard some stuff about him, Dale. What was the issues?
For who?
Shamar Turner.
Yeah, he just didn't have a good season, and he's injured now. He's injured right now, so he couldn't participate in the Senior Bowl, and I don't know how long the injury will keep him out if he does anything at the Combine. He basically played DN last year when they had Walter Nolan and they had McKinley Jackson, and he had a good season. This year, he slid into D tackle, which is probably his position in the NFL. And his pass rush win rate on true pass sets was only like 5%.
Hey, Dale, what about
Y'all complain about Kenneth Grant not getting after the passer. He had a 14%. Just saying.
What about Jordan Phillips? Divine, I know, is very high on him.
Yeah, he's a young guy. He's only a redshirt sophomore out of Maryland. More of a run stopper. He had no sacks this season, but you can see that he can push the pocket and get after it a little bit. And I think his best football is ahead of him. Joshua Farmer, too, from Florida State, I thought could have went back another year, but he's a 4-year guy. He's a redshirt junior. So both those guys aren't bad. Peebles is there, too.
Yeah.
He's fun. But we already took Walter Nolan, so I'm not really on.
What are we going to go to Edge here?
Yeah. Edge, safety. What's at safety?
Safety is I was looking at Savion Jones, my bad. Safety Watts is gone.
Yeah,
sure.
I like Winston Makuba. Makuba from Texas. I know Sands is very high on him. Took him in the second round. Here we are in the third, and Makuba's staring at us.
Oh.
So Makuba here in the third round would make a lot of sense.
Well, what do we
and
think in the Brew Crew?
On the dice on Edge if we do that.
I know.
I do like Kyle Kennard. We took him last time, though. It's like not wanting to take the same people too many times.
I'm looking up here. Will says take a look at tight end, and there's some good tight ends there.
Well,
at pick
Arroyo, man, is so
81.
Could be a second rounder. And
So first round we took Nolan. Second round, who did we take again? Was it Donovan Jackson?
yeah.
Okay, so man,
So edge, tight end, safety. I mean, all those would be in play. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of Kennard, Makubu. There's Arroyo. There's a lot of good options right here to be honest. Jaden Higgins, I really like at wide receiver. If for some reason T's not back, I would be all over Jaden Higgins right now.
Well,
keep your Higgins jerseys.
let's take a look at the long snappers. Nobody
running
here.
back.
Nobody here. We want to draft.
Dusty wants to look at running back.
Running back.
Oh, Travion's there.
Yeah, Travion. And
Oh, Scattaboo.
Oh,
we're gonna hold
just
off
take
on
Scattaboo
those.
for fun.
No, we're not doing it
that's
because we
real-
still need an edge. I'd rather take an edge or safety.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
wanna
Good
have fun.
options here at edge and safety. We'll swing back at running back.
Edge
next year.
is Kennard.
Even Josiah Stewart, man. Josiah Stewart, he's undersized, but man, he had the highest pass rush win rate. He was a beast against the run and against the pass per PFF.
and we like Michigan guys.
I like
Yeah.
Ashton Gelati too here from Louisville. Damn good player, would fit the Bengals size profile. Talking what the Bengals might do, it'd probably be Gelati, if we're being honest, instead of Kennard or Stewart, even though they're higher on the
Because of the
consensus
size?
just for the size profile.
Well, what's the chat say? I haven't been looking. Take Ransom.
A little bit of everything. A
Little
little
bit
bit
of
of everything.
everything.
Yeah,
So
Gelate, Ryan, I agree, is the Bengals guy because of the size. Yeah, 100%.
Kubo.
Yeah, I go back to safety. I just think Makuba is too good of a pick here in the third round because there's a lot of
You
people
wanna
that
take
think
him?
he's going to end up higher. Yeah, let's do it, and let's see what we can
Boom.
get at edge in the next round.
It's done, man.
Edge and running back are the next things we're looking at. I don't.
Mason Taylor.
I'm
just
making
got-
executive. I'm Duke Tobin this shit. I want to look at edge and running back. I ain't looking at nothing else. I don't care.
Oh,
Is Scotty still there?
at 118.
No, let's take Scotty. No, Dale.
Let's look at edge.
Oh, come on.
We're gonna look.
I don't
There's
wanna
Ashton
look.
Gelati, who the Bengals would love to land right here. Would be a very good pick.
Oh, you're right.
But I'm going to give you this one, Greg. I'm going to give you our contact balance king, Cam Scattaboo.
Yeah.
I did
We're
it.
right here, chat.
I did it, man. Scat Daddy.
We got
Dusty.
him.
Thank you, Dusty.
Thank you, Dusty. Woohoo!
Scat Daddy.
Oh, I'm getting a jersey. I'm getting his jersey immediately.
Scat Man.
Well, don't do it from a mock draft.
Chop. The
Yeah,
shirts
don't
you
get
have
it
in
for the
mind
month.
for
You want me to get you a custom one?
Well, let's recap what we have, Chop, because I think edge is a very big need right now, but let's see what else we might still
Here we
need.
go.
I
Tight
understand what
end.
you're saying, Dustin, but man, Scottaboo's too good to pass up. Sorry.
All right, so we're looking at Walter Nolan, D tackle, pick 1, round 1 so far. Donovan Jackson, offensive guard, could play tackle in a pinch, and I would feel good about it because I felt good when he did it at the Ohio State University this season in the playoff round. Andrew Makuba from Texas, the safety, transferred from Clemson, looked much better at Texas, playing a more natural safety role. I think he's a damn good player, good pick there. And we got the Scat Man,
Yep.
Cam Scattaboo in round 4.
Yeah.
Now
he's
we
looking
are
his
in
way
round
up.
5. We're looking at edges, and we're looking at tight ends specifically to start.
Edge.
Edge.
What the fuck is that guy from UCLA's name?
I could.
Well,
Watson?
I call him Femi Oladejo.
Why don't we call him Double O?
Well, I mean, I think people call him Femi because that's the end of the name.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
F-E-M-I, and it's Femi Oladejo.
God damn.
And he had a
man.
great Senior Bowl week. Played linebacker after they lost the Murphy twins and they lost the Latu, who went in the first round to the Colts. This kid kicked out to edge, played it at a high level. And then at the Senior Bowl is where he really impressed me and was very good. But I'll tell you the guy that's staring at me right away, and it'd be a steal here in the 5th round, is Tyler Barron from Miami. Had one of the highest pass rush win rates in all of college football. It was a high 20s, I believe, if not even 30%. So like 5 sacks, but damn, and he was originally at Tennessee and he went to Miami and played this season. I think Tyler Barron would be a phenomenal pick at edge when we haven't taken an edge. So we got another guy in at edge that can make some plays. And he's got
we didn't
great
take an
size.
edge yet?
No. That's why I'm like, Tyler Barron's staring right at us. Let's take
Is that
him.
what we're taking? Tyler
We're
Barron?
taking him. We're
There
taking
you go,
him.
Dale. So you're happy with this one, right? So far.
I am. Yeah, I don't know
I
if
am
Chad
too.
is, but Tyler Barron's very good.
All right. What? Oh, we're still going. Pick 195.
This should be our last pick, and we haven't taken a tight end.
Yeah.
I love Damian
Let's go look at
Martinez.
tight
I
end.
would be all over Damian Martinez with this last pick.
Is he? I don't think he's
Tight end and linebacker would be the ones. I like Mitchell Evans the most
Okay.
of the tight ends, but let's look at linebacker too.
Dusty says that.
Cody Simon. See, I think Cody Simon is well worth the 6th round pick. I got him as a fringe 4th, 5th round guy, and I could be a homer and have 2 Ohio State Buckeyes. I didn't take any in that last one. Now I could take 2. Fuck it. We're getting Cody Simon. Mike Gesicki, you are back. You're a tight end. Mike Gesicki, he's back. Joe wants him anyways. We're not worried about tight end. We'll make it work with what we got.
Here we go.
This I'm happy with.
So we're recapping our draft. We got D tackle Walter Nolan, Ole Miss. I think he's going to be a stud. I think he'll be amazing here. Donovan Jackson, we're putting him left guard right away to start. If something happens and we need him to kick out the left tackle, I feel good about it. Andrew Makoba, bam, we're starting him. We got our safeties, boys. We got him and Jordan Battles, safeties of the future, and things are going to look good. And then we're adding Cam Scattaboo to go with Chase Brown.
It's a little bit of excitement.
That's
what a great pairing. What a great pairing.
Yes.
And then Tyler Barron. I'm telling you, he's going to get on the field. He's going to play. And then Cody Simon at linebacker. Won't surprise me if he ends up being a starter. I mean, this kid, he was the defensive player in the national championship from the Ohio State University.
That's a
great mark.
Let's look at the first round here and see what. Oh, I like the Browns taking Mykel Williams instead of Abdul Carter. Shooter Sanders.
Oh my God, that would be such a Brent. Mykel, I hope they take Mykel. Oh my God, please, Browns take Mike. Please do it.
Travis Hunter goes to the Panthers.
Kelvin Banks is not going fourth overall. He's been in a lot of these mocks. Kelvin Banks going fourth is crazy. And you're always going to see Mason Graham at fifth. Josh Simmons going seventh, a little bit of surprise.
This running back makes sense, though.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
It damn sure does.
And
there's Mike Green went one pick ahead of us, so they're starting to get it. That Mike Green hype is picking up nationally.
Hey, I kind of like Pittsburgh getting that cornerback too, because Al Golden knows that guy when we're going against him twice a year.
Yeah, well, if he's injured, it's the thing. But he could end up being a stud for them, for real. He's a good player. I mean, Will, you said you unsubscribed, but come on now.
Come on, Will.
And then to Baltimore, Shamar Stewart.
I see Kenneth Grant there to the Vikings. That would be a great pick for them.
Yeah.
Walker, what are they go? The Texans taking Jalen Walker. What the hell you need more pass rush for? Come on, you need a lot. You should take fucking Tyler Booker if he wasn't off. He might have been off.
And look at that. Always 32s. Always got to be stupid fucking Kansas City. Jesus Christ.
And Derek Harmon, good pass rusher too. Pairing him with Chris Jones would be nasty work. I could see that happening.
Well, they're going to need it because I think their defense is going to take a step back when Spags is a head coach somewhere else. Don't you think possibly maybe?
He's not going anywhere this year. So they got him at least next year. So they're
Spag?
good. Yeah. There's only one head coach opening still. And apparently that's going to the Eagles offense coordinator.
Oh, okay.
Can't even remember his name. He was a quarterback, mid-ass quarterback.
Philip. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name. I'm sure the chat could help me out too.
I don't know. That was a lot of fun, man.
That was awesome. First one, not so well. The second one was awesome.
Kellen Moore.
The first draft
Thank you, Ryan. It's Kellen Moore.
Okay.
I am not going to bitch if we take someone to protect Joe in the first round.
No, absolutely
it's not the pick that I prefer. I prefer a 3-tech that can rush the passer, but I'm not going to be mad at protecting Joe Burrow.
Well, it'll be a lot clearer too.
Like agency.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It'll be a lot clearer because if they're smart, they'll get two capable offensive guards in free agency. Because we did that. Remember, we went through the guards and we're like, bam, Patrick McCarry from the Ravens, start him at left guard. Boom, that'd be a great pick. And with some tackle versatility. And then like a Kevin Zeitler for right guard. At least you got that fixed for this year.
Yep.
So you got those two. And if you bring Cody Ford back, then you got good depth on that.
Or you can even go in free agency and beef up your D line and your edge, get some good players, like not like mid, like get some good fucking players in here in free agency, and then you can draft an interior offensive lineman in your first round.
I'm really not expecting that to happen though.
Nope.
Like because of the way Joe has talked and if the Bengals are smart, they will get T's extension done. They will get Chase's extension done. They will get Trey Henderson's extension done, and they'll re-sign Mike Gesicki, who is scheduled to be a free agent.
Free agency starts at like the 12th of the next month, right? Something like that.
Yep, because we'll have our live show at Midwest Best Barbecue on March 15th.
If they let T get 2 minutes into free agency, he is not going to come back.
Yep.
There's no way that someone's going to flash that money at T that are going to, I mean, they're
Well,
going to.
they can franchise tag him soon. So I'll be curious to see if they do that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but if they let him hit free agency, I don't know, man. I mean, he knows what he's going to get if he goes to free agency. So maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Ryan, if that's the case, if we're going into the draft and the guards are Volson and Ford because we did nothing in free agency to improve that position at all, then yeah, Tyler Booker's going to look a hell of a lot better to everybody. He's going to look like that fucking 2. He's going to look there, like a fucking 10 at 2 a.m. Just saying.
Yeah. Where'd Derek go?
Phone probably dropped.
Oh.
Dustin asked, what's your Super Bowl prediction? Just not score, but flow prediction. I don't know.
I expect there to be flags. I expect there to be some tush pushes. I expect it to suck, and I'll be hating watching it. And I expect the Chiefs to somehow win. That's my prediction.
Yeah, exactly.
And I predict the commercials not to be as funny as we hope they'll be, because who gives a shit?
But I'll be sucking on Midwest Best Barbecue though Sunday.
Bro, you said that so gay. I'll be sucking on Tim
on Midwest Best Barbecue.
What?
Huh.
Damn.
I'll be damned.
Okay.
I love the meat there.
Loves Tim's meat.
Loves Tim's meat.
That's the first thing Chop said when he met Tim. I love your meat.
Well, he's got tasty meat.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. Some people drive 2 hours to taste it.
Yes, they do.
Industrial says Derek's getting his tan scraped off.
Oh,
Oh, naughty. That's a good one, buddy. Expect to see Taylor Swift
Jesus Christ.
20 million times.
You would think FanDuel would put an over-under on how many times they break off to Taylor Swift in the box.
Like during the live broadcast. The over-under has to be set at 8, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like 8.
Oh, I don't know, man. It
Like
might
once
be
the
10.
game starts, because they'll be before, and then if they win, she'll be on the field, which is what they want, which is why they're going to
I bet you-
three-peat. They already bought the three-peat rights, by the way, because Pat Riley trademarked that shit.
Jesus.
The Chiefs made an agreement with Pat Riley so they can use the phrase three-peat. They already know.
Isn't that like just a word, three-peat? How the fuck you trademark a word? Just a regular word. It's not made up word, three-peat.
Well, the Bengals, who they? Like, you
Well, I
can
mean, that's
trademark
not
shit,
really a
right?
word. Day isn't really a word. DEY is not a word, but three-peat is just like a term. It's a word.
Yeah, no, it's a term. It's not a word. Like, it's not a.
Just like when what's that little feller boxes? He went and he trademarked the 50. Right? When he had the 50 wins, he trademarked that shit.
Fuck if I know, man. People do a lot. They would do too much.
Yeah.
Because they're like, then I can tell you not to use my word. Yeah,
Right.
WWE. a lot of
Don't
words
use
change,
my
a lot of-
word. All right.
Yeah, it used to be WWF, but they realized it was trademarked WWF for the World Wildlife Foundation.
Right. Yes. So they had to
They
switch.
had to change their fucking name.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, Dustin don't understand why people aren't excited about this game. Pretty damn good teams. Wise man once said, if you die with enemies, you have won. Dustin, what the hell are you talking about?
Also, Dustin, fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah, fuck the Chiefs. I'll be fly Eagles fly.
Will says,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, and I wish I had somewhere to go watch it with a bunch of people, but there's nothing.
Will is saying, hey, let's not forget if Cam Sample can come back to be decent. Wasn't he a third-round pick? Yeah, fourth-round pick, wasn't he?
Third.
I think fourth.
Was he fourth?
I think so. But either way, he's a mid-round pick. And, the injury last year, I think he's a guy – I still think you could kick him in and play him inside more. It's what I've been wanting the whole time he was here.
He was a fourth-round pick.
Greg only brought your comment up, Will, so he could correct you.
Do you think that one of the words that the WWE has trademarked is smell?
I don't know. The Rock got a lot of his shit too.
I bet he did.
Yeah, he made sure to get a lot of his shit. You know, he's like, "Oh, Vince, you want me to come back for this or that? Yeah, I want all my stuff, and it's now mine, not yours." Yeah, this is good business. Yeah, Naughty, I hear you.
What's that?
He's got KC. Oh, go ahead. Then it makes Burrow look even better because, like, no one can beat him. It's got to be Burrow.
Man, I don't even give a fuck. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Like, my hands are in the air. Whatever.
The old man is cooking.
Do you smell what the
I'm
old man
cooked.
is cooking?
It's like Marissa's working late last night. I was like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. Tell her happy birthday.
Yeah. Her birthday was Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I should probably, make the kids something. And I was like, oh, I don't cook. So I just, like, what do you guys want from Giovanni's? So one of them got a salad. One of them got baked spaghetti.
What Wes is saying right here, I'll take it, man. Barkley rushed for 200 and Mahomes sacked 10 times. And then whoever wins. But if those two things happen,
And we have no idea. I mean, it's total tragedy with Chase not getting one vote for offensive player of the year. That's just ridiculous.
No, that's a fucking joke.
It's fucking stupid. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I did
Triple
look it up.
crown and not one vote for offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
I did look it up just to see how many 2,000-yard runners there have been in the modern NFL, and it's only 9. So I was like, it's easier to get that than a triple crown, which it is.
It is Will, by the way, not Wes.
Who said Wes?
I think you did.
I did. I fucking slipped back. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Wes. It's not my brother-in-law, but
I do. I hate him. I can't even say him anymore. I respect him. I know that, like, Patrick is very good. He makes plays, but man, they're just too annoying for me. I hate him now.
You know, it's the luck on calls and stuff like that. I think that really gets people to hate him so much.
Yeah.
You know, they say, though, to get ratings, you want to build a great enemy. And so the NFL is doing a good job of building a great enemy.
Look at Greg. He's trying to get off here. He's bored. He's not having a fun time.
He's already got a hand on the chair. He's ready to spring.
It's Friday. Let's open this up for the people, Greg. Let's bring people on.
You want me to put out the thing?
Yeah, put out the link, Chop. I got to check on my dog.
All right. If anybody wants to come on here, hit that link, pop on here, tell us what you think, tell us to fuck off.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, I can handle it. I don't care. Dale's watering the dog. Greg turned off his screen because he's leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm here by myself waiting on you.
I'll see you later, Chop.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, I was going to get off. All right, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes.
All right, it'll be just me. I didn't know you were leaving for real, Greg.
No, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. I can stay on for a couple
What you got to go do?
Got to go do stuff.
Oh, stuff and things. So anyway, the link's out there if anybody wants to jump on, like good old T-Bows. What's up in West Virginia, Tyler?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. It's a beautiful day outside today, though.
We got a party. KP's here too, also, but your mic's muted. There you go.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, there.
Yeah, I hear you. How's it going?
That was a good second draft y'all did, man. I like y'all rolling through it like that, man. Y'all need to make sure y'all put y'all Cash App on the screen, man, so y'all can take donations from the people in the chat, man.
Oh,
hey, man, take some donations, man.
Well, we do through our through the YouTube. You can hit the super chat thing. I think.
Only reason I'm telling you guys that is because YouTube takes so much of a percentage.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm just saying, y'all running the show, man. Hey, it is what it is. We like the show. We all participate.
You guys are part of the show.
You're part of the show,
man. I found that every time I do those mocks, man, you got to get the defensive player in the first round.
Yeah.
Those offensive guards, you can get them in the second or the third. And a player that I think y'all probably sleep on because y'all really never see much of, Kansas's running back Devin Neal destroyed Colorado, and I watched him do it live. If you go back to-
I like Devin Neal.
if you go back to the stat line of that game, he had almost 40 carries for like 200 something yards. He's the one that beat him. He beat him.
I remember that game too.
He destroyed him. Yeah, he destroyed him, man. So I could see him being a good backup in the 4th or the 5th round for Brown, and then when Brown's contract comes up, he'll be the starter because they're not going to pay a running back. It's not going to happen.
No, but the new model for the NFL is like you draft a running back in the first round, use him for 5 years. Next.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but
not a
we
bad
can't afford
plan.
Yeah, but we can't afford to draft one in the first. Ever.
You're
No,
right. I agree.
absolutely not.
I mean, but on a
Absolutely
scale of
not.
1 to 10, if they did draft Ashton Genty on a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed are you?
I'm pissed because that doesn't
10?
address the defense. It doesn't address the defense.
No, it
I'm
does
pissed.
not.
What if they go out in free agency and they get us a good 3-tech and also an edge rusher?
That ain't happening.
It's
No,
not
I'm
happening.
just saying hypothetically.
That's not happening.
Okay.
I doubt
In
it,
the
bro.
boy dream.
It's just going to cost so much. It's going to cost 15 to 20 million or so.
Yeah, because
For
you'd have to
each
get
of those
Milton
guys.
Williams. Who's even the edge you would get? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, who's it? Sweat? Is it Sweat on the Eagles or something like that? That's probably a free agent too.
he is, but I don't even know. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, it's going to cost too much. They're not going to pay that much.
we got is it Renee?
Renee. Yep.
It's Renee.
Renee?
What's up, man?
All right, brother.
I'm not gonna take up your time. Just want to say you guys are funny as fuck. You know, you guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Renee.
Yeah, I mean, I
What do you
can't-
think about the drafts that we did?
I was not online at the time, but
Oh, okay.
I
Well-
just want to say
Go back and watch them and then pop back on here real quick and let us know.
No, dude. Hey, thank you for tuning in. We
Yeah, we
honestly-
appreciate
Appreciate it, bud.
What
Nice
are
to
your
meet you,
thoughts?
Renee.
What are your thoughts on the off season? Why we got you before you pop out?
I mean, there was a poll. Who did a poll? I think it was from Lockdown recently, and whether we had any confidence in their office. You know, if they were gonna sign the contracts and extend T or sign, give a contract to T. I'm hoping that they give Burrow T back and Mike Gesicki. That'd be great, and
Yes.
and Trey, of course. But obviously, they need to draft defense, and hopefully with Al Golden, hopefully he'll shower us with some wins.
What you
Some
feel?
golden showers.
You like Al Golden as our defensive coordinator?
Yeah. I mean, I think the defense was, kind of not. Maybe they were just tired of hearing the old Lou. They need something new, something different. And I think I heard somewhere that the Al is more intense. And
Mm-hmm.
we need something different.
And we need player development. That's the biggest
Yeah,
thing
of
we were
course.
lacking, I think.
Definitely. I mean, it's just, man, you got all these draft picks and you can't get them on the field.
Boom.
Like, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect between coaching and the front office. And I think we had talented. I mean, putting what's his name, Dax Hill on different.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, come on, like get him on the goddamn field.
Yeah.
Somewhere, anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, if they sink, fine, but let them try. You can't place back to Lou. You can't put all this heavy reliance on the veterans. I know they've been good for us, but at some point,
Hey.
Father Time catches up.
That's right, man. I agree.
Hey, I'm going to tell
Absolutely.
you guys the thing that'll pee me off the most, and I can see them doing this because of this type of stuff the Bengals do. If they keep Sam Hubbard and they don't
No.
trade T. Higgins, hold on,
No.
listen to me.
I'm
This type of
listening.
If they keep Sam Hubbard and they don't get anything back for T. Higgins because they didn't sign him,
No Sam Hubbard.
I mean, that does sound like
Father
some
Time
that
negative
again.
sound like something
That's it,
they
you're
would
done.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might, but that's a wrong move.
Absolutely.
I think it's a wrong move.
KP, you live out there in Kansas City?
And the Chiefs fans are lunatics. My wife's a lunatic, but I'm married to her.
He does.
But
Hey, that's all right, man.
hey, look, I tell you what, you know that the Chiefs respect the Bengals because of you heard Chris Jones yesterday, right? Did y'all
Yes.
hear Chris Jones?
Yes, we did.
He basically, but Joe Burrow said the same thing about him, so it's the same.
Exactly, you're right.
They have to draft better, man. There's no way. Like if we get a 3-tech, like you guys are saying, it changes everything in the center of that defense.
I think we need player development. I don't think it's necessarily the draft has been so bad. I think that it's a lack of player development.
Let's get T-Bow's thoughts real quick. He's sitting over there just looking beautiful.
No, everything that everybody here is saying, I 100% agree with. Player development's the main thing. I like some of the players that we've drafted over the last couple of years. Now, we haven't had a really
You got to play him. That goes back to what Renee said.
exactly like the 20. I think it was the draft class that we had. Jamar, obviously we hit on him. We thought we hit on Pearson at the time, but still, we haven't had a really strong draft class since then, and that's mainly because of the player development. They haven't really had the chances to play. We did bring back Von Bell, and we seen that bringing him back really didn't benefit us that much on the field last year. So, I mean, like everybody's been saying, like, put him in. Let's see why not. See what happens.
Yeah.
What's up, Kevin?
Hello there, Dale. Hello there, Pork Chop.
What
Hello
up?
there, Greg. Hello there, everyone. As always, Dale, Greg, and Pork Chop. Good to finally meet you in person
Yes.
at the Bengals
Absolutely,
game.
bud.
That was great. That was great, and it was good to see Project Game Day in action, in person. I see all the cool stuff you do, obviously, on social media, but to actually see Project Game Day actually in action, in person, that was cool. On the whiteout, that was cool. Bengals said wear white, and everyone did their part. They wore white. The white tiger look was awesome in person. It looked so cool on TV watching the Bengals play. Even better to see it in person. Just Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase played good that day. Everyone else would have showed up, but I still had fun that day because you know what? Went to a Bengals game and I met so many people that have become friends of mine on social media, and I met them actually in person, and then I got to see 2 Blue Jackets games too after that. So it was all good. It was all good.
Oh yeah. Let's kick this one around. Greg, I'll start with you. If you could add one position to Bengals free agency, what would it be outside free agent? So let's just assume, and make an ass out of you and me when you assume, but let's go ahead and assume you get everybody back that Joe wants back, which is Gesicki, Higgins, Hendrickson, Chase's extension. All that's done, but you can only add one position in free agency. What would you do?
Now, if it's that one position, am I allowed to have 2 at that one?
No, not 2 players, because I know you're going to go guard.
But okay, so it's obviously down to either side of the trenches. And obviously we did 2 separate shows, Dale, where it showed who the best were. You know what? I go DT. There was a lot of good DTs I saw available, Dale, so I'll go DT, but it's very close.
Meg, you flipped it up on me. If you could take 2 guards, you would take 2 guards over 1 DT?
I would take the DT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chop?
I would take a guard. I would definitely take a guard, and I would take a right guard over a left guard. I mean, not that most of them don't play both positions, but I'd rather have a right guard next to a Mims than a better left guard next to Brown.
Fuzzy Ball says interior D line, and thank you for the super chat, bro.
Yeah.
T-Bowls.
So it depends for me. Do we know what we're doing with Matt Lee and Ted Karras next year?
More the same, probably.
Yeah, I imagine Ted your starting center and Matt Lee's the backup and extra tackle like he was this year. That's my guess, and they'll continue.
Ted was a good
him.
center last year.
Develop him with a new O-line coach too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously, because I'd love to see Matt get on the field more often too, and I love Teddy K, but I would go with whatever can protect Joe Burrow more, and that's the guard. That's the position I would take.
Yep.
Renee, you still with us?
Yeah, I'll probably tackle. We need to affect the quarterback, the opposing quarterback. I mean, disrupt that guy. We need the guy falling, trying to make a pass while falling back. We need to disrupt the quarterback. So a tackle, defensive tackle.
Yes, I'm with it.
Kevin, how about you, brother?
Yeah, before I get to that, just I saw Crypt Keeper's comment on the screen saying hi to me. So hello there, Crypt Keeper. Hello. Look, a guard would definitely help. It's always good extra protection to help protect Joe Burrow. That's good. But give me help on defense. There are many reasons why the Bengals didn't make the playoffs, but top of that list, in my opinion, is your defense sucked for most of the season, and you basically kind of wasted just an outstanding season that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase had, and you put the offense in a position where they basically had to score just about every other drive to have a chance to win the game. How many times did this happen this season where Joe Burrow, had a game where he threw for like 400 yards and like 5 touchdowns, and the Bengals still found a way to lose the game because
15 games probably.
Right. So because Joe Burrow basically for a majority of the season had like the game of his life, and yet for most of those games, the Bengals still found a way to lose that game. So frustrating. So look, give me help on defense because I know that our offense is fine. Give Joe Burrow a chance to throw the ball. We're gonna be okay. Give me some help on defense.
Let me say
I was just gonna say I put the link in the chat again. If anybody else wants to hop in, we'll try to rotate people in and out, give a quick few thoughts, get people out of here, get some other people in if you want while we're doing this show. Appreciate everybody.
Let me say this about the DL in the interior offensive line is that Joe Burrow has a habit of not finishing the season every other year. He finished the season this year. So
why you gotta say that?
Because I'm saying let's get this man protected.
I agree with Chop. I don't want Joe Burrow ever winning comeback player of the year again.
No.
And
God,
I mean that with
let's
the
not
most
three-peat that
respect
shit.
ever. I mean that with like the most respect.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Get me help on defense.
No, I agree. Defense. I think though, like the way the free agent class is, and to go back to if you could get 2 and you get 2 guards, in free agency, because like let's say Milton Williams, the D tackle, he's going to cost you $20-25 million per year. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
and I don't think they're going to go there.
I don't know.
Now we found some other options, right? Like Levi Onwuzurike, we talked about from Detroit. I think he would be a good fit. Yeah, Chop did do that, Dark.
It's not bad juju. I'm just stating history. I'm saying that you learned from your past, Chris. Yeah. Everybody should know that.
Government name.
No,
go ahead, Greg.
Dale, someone said this.
Comment here.
What if we gave Cody Ford like a Bobby?
Better.
What if we gave Cody Ford like a Bobby Hill type contract and just put all?
Oh, that made me sick when I saw that today.
Yeah.
No, hell no, Bobby. We ain't giving no Bobby Hart deals, and Cody Ford. That is not like. Listen, I love everything Cody Ford did last year, but he is a good bench guy that can come in and fill in at 4 spots when you got an injury. Perfect guy for that. You pay that guy though $2.5-3 million a season. He wants a 2-year, $6 million contract. Cool, I'll give it to you. You can stay here 2 years, my brother. But other than that, no, you are not penciled in as a starter. I'm sorry, you are not. Molson, no. Kappa, you're cut.
Yeah,
you got to upgrade those guards. But yes, there is a lot of things on the defense that needs to happen. So next thing I want to bring up then, there's a lot of just trade Trey Henderson. He's not getting any younger. You could get a 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick for Trey Henderson. Fuck that. Yeah. How many times you dream of having a guy 17.5 sacks in 2 straight seasons? 17.5,
yes.
17.5. The man was 2nd in defensive player of the year this year.
Yes.
And this is a Bengal getting 2nd in defensive player. A Bengal. Yes, it's a bad defense, but you think losing Trey, you're going to magically get better? Just like last year with DJ Reader. Did we get better by losing DJ Reader? No, we did not get better. Did we get better by losing Jesse Bates? No, we did not get better. If you lose Trey, you're going to take another step back. So instead of being 28th, you're going to be 32nd in the fucking NFL, and you're never going to get pressure on third down. You're never going to get a stop to end the game. So
Doesn't it depend who they are? I mean, if we get two, second tier ends versus, I don't know. I don't know about compensation, how much you would have to trade away, but doesn't it depend who?
Well, I mean, but you would be trading Trey Hendrickson for a second and a fifth round pick. Second round pick, that sounds great, right? Like, that's good.
Yeah.
The Bengals took Chris Jenkins in the second round last year. No knock on Chris Jenkins. Still think he's a player.
Right.
But does he impact the game the way Trey Henderson impacts the game?
Nope.
No.
So what would you rather have, Trey Henderson or Chris Jenkins? You know who else they took in the second round? Jackson Carman.
Cannot stand that guy. No, not again.
So I'm just saying, Tyler, I'll start with you. We'll go over to Renee and then kick it around that way. So Tyler, would you trade Trey Henderson or would you extend him? He's getting older. That's the argument.
Extend him. There's no question. Trey Hendrickson has been godsend for our defense. Like, he's been pretty much the entire defense the last 2 seasons. There's no reason to trade him whatsoever, especially when you have the opportunity. I hate using the cliche, but it is probably the most important offseason in Bengals history. And you have a chance to build around him on that line. You keep him. Not to mention the fact, too, that he very well could this season pass Geno Atkins for second all time in franchise history in sacks. There's no way you give that up.
Renee?
I'm convinced. I guess we don't.
He thought about it, and then he said,
I thought about it. It's like, but no, it depends who they are. But I mean, there's not who are we going to get, right? Like, second round pick, it's a crapshoot.
Right.
Rolling the dice all over again, and we know what we have, which is why going back to the arguments I've heard before, like, extend the people you have. You know what you got with them. Stop. Well, we'll draft fucking what's his name? That Jermaine, and who'll be the next T. Higgins. Like, really, that shit ain't working out.
No,
Crazy.
I agree, man. Like, Trey Hendrickson. It's not my turn. Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, even Dax Hill, right? He's going to be the next Jesse Bates, and Dax does need to play more, and maybe he's an outside corner, but it's like, you had Jesse Bates, and
Right.
who is the best safety in the NFL?
Boom. That's
Trey
what I was gonna
Henderson is the best pass rusher right now in the NFL. You have it. Don't potentially hope you get a good pick.
say. Who wants to stay here?
Yeah.
Who would
Right.
really just prefer to stay here?
And he's not slowing down. Like, he's not
No.
getting, like Andrew Whitworth, prime example, Bengals wise, offensive tackle, didn't slow down, played phenomenal football, won a Super Bowl with the Rams, unfortunately, against us. But, he was getting older, but he was still so good. They had his play had not dropped off one bit. And the work ethic, the type of leader that guy was. It wasn't going to drop off. Trey seems like that kind of guy to me. Kevin, your thoughts?
Yeah, so anyone can be traded. It's just for the right price. And in some hypothetical scenario, if you were even entertaining the thought of getting rid of a Trey Henderson type of guy, the price goes massively up. A second and a fifth, that's not going to do it. Sorry. Like, come back to the negotiating table with a more serious offer.
Even then, a second and a fourth, because teams know they'll have to pay him. That's why it's hard to get, because his value is probably a first and a third.
Yeah.
Let's just say his value. But when you're in your 30s, not saying his play's dropping off, I just said that, but I'm saying when you're in your 30s and somebody's got to pay you.
Well, I would say this. Myles Garrett's going to be in his 30s this season. This next season, Myles Garrett's going to turn 30 in December. So
it's just no.
I mean, pretty much the whole season he'll be 29, but I'm just saying, you're talking about a second and a fourth for Trey. But when we talk about Myles Garrett, we're talking about 2 firsts, a third, a fourth. Fucking money compensation.
I just no.
And Trey Henderson beat his ass this year in sacks. Not totally beat his ass, but he was a sack leader.
You got to stick with Trey. I mean,
No,
that's your only defense right now. You've got to stick with Trey.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I'm saying you got to keep him because you know what you got. The dude is 17 plus sacks over the last 2 seasons, and your defense isn't very good. And what you get rid of that, and you just like Dale said, you probably go from like 28th to now you're last 32nd. Like why, why would you do that, knowing that your defense has sucked the last 2 years, and that's the big reason why you are where you currently are. Just no. And honestly, just me though, I from watching the Bengals play and the Blue Jackets play, I'm just done watching both of them have games where they lose because their offense keeps them in the game, but then their defense is terrible, and that's why they lose. I'm just done with that. Like, keep.
I want to
Trey
get to these comments.
Keep Trey Hendrickson.
Why is Garrett worth 2 firsts and Henderson isn't?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, no, and I get that, but Will's right. Garrett is more all around. It's Trey's run defense that makes him not worth that. But is a second and a fourth, and how much it would hurt this team when they have no other pass rush right now.
Exactly.
Because we'll say instead of second and fifth, we'll say second and fourth.
No.
It's still unknown, and that those second round picks could be Jackson Carman and Cam Sample. That's the fear.
If you're going to miss out on one of our free agents, the big 3, we all know Chase is getting signed. That's a fucking done deal. But if you're going to pick between T and Trey, let's say that's like you can have one but not the other. Which one are you picking?
Yeah, we'll start with Tyler, and then we'll kick it over to Renee and Kevin. Then we'll get you guys out of here because we're.
I mean, it's all hypotheticals. We ain't wishing for any of this shit. We want them all signed, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's a hard choice. Oh gosh.
But I could see the Bengals. This would be a Bengals thing to do. That it's like we can only extend one of them, even though we all know that that's not the case. But that's what they'll say because we need to make other improvements, right? That's what they'll say.
So I mean, if we keep Trey, the draft philosophy, like we'll need another receiver.
Boom. You're right.
Yeah. Well, that philosophy will change there. I still have to go with Trey. I love T. I love T to death, but Trey, keep him. Like, you don't get this kind of generational player on the defensive line. And I mean, we had it with Geno Atkins, and we have it with Trey Hendrickson now. You don't get that twice in the last 15 years, like for no reason. Like, you got to keep him.
All right, Tyler, plug your stuff too, because I'll let you guys plug the stuff, and I'll get you out as we go through this one.
I got you. Hey, I appreciate you guys letting me on. I'm actually getting ready to start being back now on my own podcast. The Rule of the Jungle had some complications with my phone. Got it fixed now.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Just want to say also to Dale, Greg, and Chop, and Derek, wherever you're at now too, I don't know. March 15th, I've started preparations. As of right now, I'll be there.
All right, let's go. Midwest Best Barbecue live show.
So as of right now, I'll be there. So
you'll be able to see Greg sucking on Tim's meat live.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, Midwest Best Barbecue makes a man do crazy
and creamery.
Things, so, yeah. Well, I might be doing the same there. I don't know. So,
Hey.
But
Thanks,
I appreciate you guys. Love y'all.
Who day?
Appreciate you, brother. Who day?
You're on the hot seat, Renee. Trey or T? Which one we keeping if you have to pick one?
And Fuzzy said, I want to get Fuzzy super chat before you go. I'm keeping T because it keeps Joe happy. See, that's part of it too. That is part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Renee. Your thoughts.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, same. T. You gotta keep that guy, Burrow, happy. Otherwise, you don't want him to get disgruntled and start. I mean, he's already kind of speaking, more than we've ever seen him in front of media.
You're right.
You know? God, he could take it up another notch.
Well, he wanted to show off them pajamas last night,
Right.
He's living his best life.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're keeping.
I'm gonna jump off. I was went to a Bengal game many years ago. I've been a big fan since many years, since probably a Carson era.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you guys make me want to go back to Cincinnati and watch a game there.
Where do you
live,
live,
man?
Bill?
Lot 1. Hit us up. Project
guys.
Game Day Tailgate.
Look, Renee, come down there and we'll get you fucking drunk as shit, and we'll fill your belly full of food every game.
That is the point.
Meet us in lot 1. If you stop down to a game, I expect you to come and see us. All right.
Got it. All right.
Hell yeah.
Keep
Thank
it
you,
going.
sir, for
You guys are
joining the
funny as
show.
fuck.
Appreciate you.
right.
See you, brother.
See you, bud.
All right.
Go ahead, Kevin. You're up.
Yeah, I like T. Higgins. I like Trey Hendrickson, but I'm picking Trey Hendrickson. You can't, a guy that's that good, over 17 sacks for 2 straight seasons. And when you know your defense sucks, you're making it worse. You gotta keep him. And I very much like T. Higgins, but it's like, I can't count on you to be healthy. You miss games. And as good as you are, the Bengals offense has shown that they can still be good without you. And I know that's probably going to upset Joe Burrow, but you got to be like, we need help on defense. If this is the hypothetical scenario that we're dealing with, it's like, we need help on defense, and getting rid of Trey Hendrickson does not help with that at all. And I like the point that Dale made, which is you lose Trey Hendrickson, you go from like 28th to 32nd. And now you're even in a worse position. Maybe you don't even go do another 9-8 season again. Instead, maybe, I don't know, it's like 6 and whatever, because your defense is just that bad. You can't just keep doing this thing that the Bengals have been doing where, hey, we have this good offense and Joe Burrow had another outstanding game, or Jamar Chase. Oh, but we lost because our defense sucks.
Yeah.
You just can't keep doing. You just can't keep doing that. It's not realistic, and it's not fair to the offense either to expect where you have to score every single time you get the ball and put up like 30, 40 points a game. It's not fair to them or realistic. So I like you, T. Higgins, but we need help on defense. So
I
and to
agree.
be fair, in the chat is pretty split, and then I seen like there's no choice. You pay them both.
Right.
And that's where I'm at. It's like picking your favorite kid. No, I got 2 kids. They're both my favorite kid. But Kevin,
and I do agree with that. They should do it. I'm just gonna throw this one out there. I don't want to be total like, oh, poo-poo, oh, the Bengals are cheap and all this other stuff. Like
they are. It's well known.
Yes, but not to my opinion, at least. I think it's kind of overblown, and there are ways to get around that. Yeah, you're a smaller.
Show us.
I'm going to tell you an example.
No, I'm just saying they need to show us as Bengals fans. We want to see it. We want to see them do this.
I'm giving an example right now that the Bengals could do. Dale. But probably won't listen. But I'm still going to throw it out there anyways. So yes, you are a smaller market team. You don't have as much money compared to other teams, but there's ways to get around that. And this is an example. What the Blue Jackets have done, like the Bengals, are a smaller market team, don't have as much money compared to other teams. But you know what? The Blue Jackets have found a way around that. They sold 30% of the Blue Jackets to Nationwide Insurance.
Well, that ain't happening.
And best of all, the McConnell family still controls the Blue Jackets. It's still a family-run environment. And there's other ways that they found a way to get money as well, to get money into the thing. Also, this is where it helps the Blue Jackets out, is that the owner of the Blue Jackets, the McConnell family, also have another business called Worthington Industries. That's a construction company that's worth millions of dollars, and they get money from that. So I'm just saying, Brown family, get some extra money other way. And, it probably would help you if you had other, ways to make money, but besides just you own the Bengals.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's private equity and stuff that other teams are doing and giving up no control. And that's what the Bengals could do, because Mike Brown's not going to go out and start another company. Katie's not going to go out and start another company. So
Mike Brown's not going to sell fucking 10%, 1%.
Exactly. And that's the problem. But you
company.
see the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and you see the Eagles paying all their players, and the Eagles are one of the teams that have taken advantage of this private equity thing and have money that they can use for the cash flow portion of it. All right, Kevin, plug your stuff real quick, and we're going to get you out of here.
Perfect. Once again, thank you, Greg. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Pork Chop. Thank you for having me on. Just about every, I like that, Dale.
Chop wasn't even paying attention. I
was paying attention.
Go ahead.
I was touching myself.
Ju- okay, gotta settle down here.
Still touching myself. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so just about every Sunday at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube and Twitter, Dale started the show with me. Brew Jackets, YouTube and Twitter, just about every Sunday at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time. We do a show on YouTube and Twitter talking about all the latest stuff going on in the Blue Jackets world, except if the Blue Jackets play on that day, it'll be a different day. So check us out. It's me and Hefty Duck. We do some cool stuff there, and we have some fun guests that come on the show to talk about the Blue Jackets. Go check out Union Blue Soldiers. It's a fun Blue Jackets theme group that I do. We do a lot of cool stuff like marches and so much more. Dale's got the scarf right there. There you go. So go check out Union Blue Soldiers. And looking good, Dale, looking outstanding.
Hey, and you know what? We were out eating sushi the other day for Santori's birthday, and his friend watches your show, Kevin. He's a big Blue Jackets fan.
Outstanding. Well, shout out to Santori and shout out to Santori's friend for watching the show. So that's great. And one last thing for me, if you're looking for something fun to do this upcoming March 1st, the Blue Jackets have an outdoor game at Ohio State when they're playing the Detroit Red Wings. This is the biggest, probably one of the biggest moments in Blue Jackets history. They get to play in their first ever outdoor game at Ohio State. There's
the national champion, Ohio State Buckeye.
I wanted to go, but man, the tickets are expensive as shit now.
There's still some cheaper tickets out there. There's ways to get around that.
Kevin will hook you up.
Oh,
I can't guarantee you with the hookup, but there are still some cheaper tickets out there. They are getting smaller, but they're out there. But Blue Jackets outdoor game, their jerseys recently came out. They look outstanding. And Blue Jackets outdoor game, March 1st. It's on a Saturday, 2025. You're looking for something fun to do. Jeff's going to be there. I'm going to be there. So check it out.
Oh, Jeff's going to be there. Never mind. We don't want to go.
Dale, that's why the price went up, because big time.
But check out the Blue Jackets outdoor game, March 1st, 2025, whether it be you're there or it's going to be on national TV. So check that out. And Dale, with the awesome scarf, you look great. Check out Union Blue Soldiers. And thank you to Greg and Dale and Pork Chop for having me on again. Hooday, everyone.
Hooday.
CBJ. Let's go.
I would love to see a BJ tonight, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I would love to see BJ.
I'm down with that, BJ.
I'm going to get to Fuzzy Ball super chat here. Bengals are 3-7 the last two seasons without T. Higgins, 15-9 with T, which invalidates his point. Also, T is only 26. T is important. They're all important. That's the thing. But it is. The question was, so Greg, now it's up to you with all this. And Fuzzy comment, if you had to pick one, knowing their ages, knowing their value, knowing the importance to even Joe Burrow, who you picking? T or Trey? You have to pick one. You were Duke Tobin. You can only have one because the Brown family said we only have enough cash for one. Because it's not about the cap. It's about the cash.
Right.
Here's the deal. I've said this forever. I've hashtagged this. Keep Joe happy. Obviously, he wants both. Mm-hmm. He'd be more happier with T, though, so I'm just going to stick with T.
Now
I know you guys have every right to tell me off and all that, but I'm just saying.
Plug your shit and get out.
Now plug your shit, Greg, and we'll get you out of here.
My name's Greg Luther.
Also known, a.k.a. the Big Savage, Greg.
Yeah. Big Savage, yeah.
The number one customer at Midwest Best Barbecue, unless Darth Bangle.
Yeah, Darth's got me beat to the punch.
I know. Because he
works
works
says you can't have a Canadian tuxedo without a blue jacket.
There you go.
That's true.
There you go. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Take
All
care.
right, Greg. I didn't actually want Greg to leave. I wanted him to dot by. It's Friday.
Oh, yeah, it's Friday.
Nah, I'm too tired from work today. I love you guys.
2 mock drafts.
Friday, we've had such a
It's
good
like
show.
our first
Nah,
mock draft
I'm-
together, and then we did 2.
I'll do
of
it Monday for Jay. I'll do it Monday in front of Jay Gruden.
Well, he'll never come back.
I love you guys.
All right.
All right, I'm sad.
Wow.
I'm sad.
Yeah. You just was trying to
I don't
get
know
out
if
of
we've
here.
ever been denied.
Yeah, we got denied. I mean, I'm used to getting denied. Like
I know,
you
but not by
with
Greg.
CDJ,
But
but
not by Greg. Usually Greg won't deny us.
on a Friday.
I know. On a Dot Bot Friday.
It's on Friday.
Let me tell you my opinion on the whole team.
Oh yeah, you'll get the outro, Tyler. Don't you worry.
Yeah, don't
Gosh,
worry. Greg
You'll
will
get
do the-
Greg dancing on the outro.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
I think that I would rather keep Trey, and it's because I think that when you have a quarterback like Joe Burrow, I'm not saying Joe Burrow is less than Tom Brady. So Tom Brady did it year after year with replacing his receivers. I think Joe could do the same thing. I think that if the front office asked Joe
Yossi,
Which-
wide receiver 2.
which one Joe would rather have, Joe would say T. Higgins. But me personally, I would rather keep Trey because what the fuck else did we even have on defense this year? We have to have one piece.
He's a good piece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to have one piece going into next season that we can build on. And Trey was the only player on our defense that was outstanding this last season.
That's fair. I got it.
And he'll probably be slightly cheaper. Slightly.
I mean, and at the end of the day, it should not be a conversation.
No.
If you don't have the cash, because the cap space is there, you got tons of cap space, and you like right now you have tons of cap space, but you're going to have a lot more cap space when you cut Sheldon Rankins, you cut Sam Hubbard, you cut Alex Kappa, you cut Zach Moss, you could potentially cut Geno Stone and Jermaine Pratt, although maybe Pratt stays, maybe Geno stays, but I could see those guys being cut. And you could get we did a show about that, about the cap. You guys can check out on YouTube, like and subscribe.
That's
We were only 13 subscribers away from 2,000, by the way.
What?
13 when I looked today. 13. We just need 13. Create a second account. If you're a true
Right.
lover, if you've already created a second account, create a third account. Go on your kid's YouTube.
I have three
subscribe to-
accounts.
well, no,
I have
don't do
3
that.
accounts on
Oh
X,
my
and they are
gosh.
all
Yeah,
subscribed
don't
to
do
Bengals
that.
and Brews.
Yeah, right?
Right.
But I don't know, man. It's cool. It'd be cool to hit that 2,000 mark, but I mean, it's just
God.
this show's fun, man. Like everybody that popped in, that's fun.
That was great. I really, I appreciate everybody in the Brew Crew popping in there. That was awesome. Sometimes we put up the link and nobody bites.
Nobody pops
But
in.
that was great, man. We had what, four members of the Brew Crew pop in.
believe so,
I loved
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'll tell you what, if people are going to do
Renee,
that more often,
Tyler, Kevin, and KP. KP's awesome too.
if people like that, we'll
That
put
man's
the
holding
link
it
up
down
there a
in
little bit
Kansas
more.
City as a Bengals fan.
Right. I love it though that his wife is a big Chiefs fan. I've always said, like, my wife doesn't like football, but I swear to God, I would rather have her be a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers than not like football at all. Because then we could talk football, fuck with each other, razz each other. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be a lot of fun, but she doesn't like football at all.
Yeah. My wife, she likes football, but she don't care about it really. She like Ohio State, like she likes Ohio State. She bought a bunch of gear for Ohio State as they were making this playoff run, getting all this gear in. But like the national championship game and the game before that against Texas, she slept both of those games. She come home from work and slept both of those games. She did not get 2 shits. Like at the end of the day,
Right.
even when we had season tickets for 4 years, past 4 years at Bengals games, that woman would sleep at the game sometimes.
I know.
But she had a good time, and that's what's important. And it was
Right.
nice, and it was fun.
Yep. And hopefully you'll be able to make a couple games this year.
Maybe if Sarah can't go, Derek. But yeah, Derek says, 144 people watching. 44.
Right. 13 of them.
Just 13. We just need 13.
Just need 13.
Burrow fed T end of the year. They could do that every week. Yeah. And that's what, if one of them's out, that's the thing. If Jamar's out or T's out, you have the other one. If one of them is gone, like if T's gone and Jamar is out of game, what's your plan? And I don't want to have to invest.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
First round pick and what it is tough. Like I get it. This is a good conversation because I can see both sides of it. At the end of the day, there shouldn't be any side because the Bengals should just do what they need to do, and it's re-sign everybody because they're going to piss Joe off. Like he made it very clear this week.
Paul,
No
I think
excuses.
that I am the only person that's on this thing that knows who the fuck BJ and the Bear
Who
is.
is BJ and the Bear?
I know who BJ and the Bear is.
I know Cocaine Bear.
It's a fucking old TV show. A guy used to drive a semi and he had a pet monkey.
Okay. Was it a good show?
It was good, yeah.
Okay.
BJ and the Bear.
BJ, I like the song.
Yeah.
Sing a little more.
BJ. What do you know about a BJ?
Was that part of it?
I just made that part up.
Oh, it should have been.
I know.
What you know about a BJ? What you know about a BJ?
What do you know about a BJ?
What you know about a BJ?
So anyway, 13 of y'all, get on there and fucking hit that subscribe. Lean on your neighbor.
See,
Put a little pressure on.
His name is Hendrickson. I'm telling you, it's a conversation.
Well, tell Sarah we love her too.
Yeah, and she can come to Midwest Best Barbecue on March 15th and see us live while we do a show and have some delicious food.
Fuzzy Ball's going broke here real quick before we leave. He wants to say,
I was popping up another Fuzzy Ball comment. I'm farther up, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, he paid us for this one. Says wide receiver position has been the most first round bust.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson.
But if we get rid of T, they're going wide receiver in the first round, I fear.
Oh, that would be terrible, especially this year. Like
I know, but
now as a homer, I like Emeka Egbuka, but he's honestly he'd be a great slot receiver. And T. Higgins is that guy that Joe Burrow can just throw that ball to down the field and come up and make a play.
Oh, goddamn, the boss is here.
Oh, well, I better check on my dog. I got Chop, do you need to go? Because I'm not into this.
I was just going to say hi real quick.
I don't have to work, I had surgery.
All right,
so
well,
I got 10 minutes. So I'll just
all right, well, I'll check on my dog because I don't want to pee my pants.
All right, yeah, don't pee your pants.
You should pee your pants.
Or you could.
Marathon runners.
I literally have a bucket down here under my desk, and if I have to go, I just go.
That's
the show is
man.
What's important to me, sir, since you're here, the boss is here, is the show. So I don't like to leave. I like to leave my screen on. I keep a bucket down here for urination and stuff like that. And every once in a while, the wife comes in and she outranks you as boss. And so then every once in a while, I have to talk to her.
How full does that thing get before you empty it?
Well, I got about 3 out of 5 gallon right now, but I like to wait until it's a full load because why waste it? I mean,
yeah,
right?
Trip.
It's a long walk.
Are you downstairs, upstairs, or what's your setup?
What's that?
Where's your setup? Do you gotta carry a bucket of piss up upstairs or downstairs?
No. Downstairs, I just pour it in the drain right by the furnace.
Oh, there you go. That's
yeah.
The move.
You got to pour it slow though, or it'll get on your feet. And don't wear flip flops because it splashes sometimes. And also don't wear your J's.
Nah, you'd have just might as well just hop in the shower.
You just need, I got an old pair of Skechers. Those are my piss pouring shoes.
Yeah.
So go ahead, man. You said you had 10 minutes, and I know you don't come on here and bullshit about my bucket of piss.
No. I mean, it's. I mean, have you road trips? Have you done the pee as you're driving?
Bro, I work at a hospital. I can get a condom catheter if I wanted to, and just strap that bitch up on a road trip. I could probably
easy peasy, guys. I thought you would be talking football by the time I came back.
You thought wrong, Dale.
Also, when I left, I had a joke that I wanted to tell. So since you were still talking about peeing, I was going to say it would be funny if I was doing a live stream on a
live stream. Boom.
How about both?
Nailed it.
Dude, I don't think why I feel like Water Nolan's not gonna fall to us. I feel like he's gonna go higher. There's no way. Guys,
Or he's gonna fall
Dustin?
later because the character stuff. You know
What
like-
number tackle is he for you, Dustin?
Water Nolan.
Yes.
I mean,
It's 2. Just say 2
2,
because there's
yeah.
Mason Graham and there's him.
yeah, I just it's definitely 2. And I mean, I'm like almost neck and neck with Mason Graham on that too.
Are you really?
Yeah, because I feel like
That's
he's
high
got
praise.
violent, he's got violent hands, and he you got to think like Mason Graham kind of he came on. He had always had a great defense line with him, and Ole Miss got some players too, Jared Ivey and stuff. But I don't know. It's like just that burst, those hands. He just plays. I like dudes that play real violent, and he does. So I don't know.
I would love some violence in our defense. Yes.
Yeah, we need some dudes.
We need some swagger.
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson's got the swag, but his is like a quiet swag. You know, he's not going to be that guy on the field like Burfict was. I want somebody like Burfict to bring that swag, you know, not necessarily all the penalties. I appreciate the less penalties, but someone that would just step on the field and bring that instant swag to our defense.
Yeah. And I mean, if you can get like pocket passers, they don't like the middle of their pocket being muddied up. So if you can get pass rush entirely, that just on the interior, that just gives you such a huge advantage.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was scrolling through the comments and then this one caught my attention because I seen Big Booty Latina.
What?
My girlfriend is a Cardinals fan, but you only have a few options if you date a Big Booty Latina, and the Bengals ain't one of them. I don't know. You just had me at Big Booty Latina.
I know.
Big
Now
booty
I'm like,
girls.
All I can think about. It's all I can think about. Thanks a lot.
that does sound that sounds nice. I mean, like I said, I mean, my wife's not even a big booty Latina, but if she liked the Steelers, it'd be nice. I mean, it'd be better if it was Bengals, but just like football.
I just want to talk about how baked Joe Burrow was yesterday.
Oh my
Ew.
God.
He's a ganja farmer in the offseason.
I guess so. I mean, he didn't want to talk about what they stole because he had that pot leaf pendant. And what else was it? It was in there.
Well, somebody was trying to say a scale, but they might have been
Oh,
weighing.
there was a scale.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. They might have been weighing the jewelry and different things.
Yeah.
Well, they also could have. It also could have been a nutrition scale because Joe's up on his nutrition.
Well, I don't think they would have put that fucking scale in that picture.
Yeah.
But
no.
they did for some reason, in a way, still, which is weird.
That's
Either way, Joe Burrow likes the marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah.
We covered that. He's in the right state.
I mean, how else are you going to go to
Here.
bed at 7:30 at night? You got to be
Exactly.
hitting sun, you know?
That's right.
When you're processing everything in your mind as an NFL quarterback who's the smartest guy in the world as an NFL quarterback.
And when you wake up and you wake and bake, sometimes your best decision is put your pajamas on and go to the award show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chop, that is fashion. You keep calling them pajamas. It was not pajamas.
I think it's
Pajamas,
awesome, man.
pajamas.
Joe Burrow is this guy. I just watch him live his best life. I think he just does like little tiny things just to fuck with people, like wear pajamas to the award show. I know it's fashion, but it's just like the missing back in the last offseason in Paris.
Yeah.
It's just little things just to fuck with people. Buying the Batmobile.
I'm just saying that I got to get this comment because we only got the CEO for so long, Chop.
Right.
I'm sorry. But Jay Cook says, I don't think the talent on the defense is as bad as they played. Well, and in general, I don't think
agree.
the talent on the defense, because 8 out of the last 10 picks in the first 3 rounds have been on the defense. I talked about this last year. That's one reason I said Lou had to go. Golden in draft, he didn't say that part, but he said this part. Golden in the draft can make a huge difference. I would keep Osai and Hill. Osai is going to be all about money. Hill, probably similar. And add to it, we need safety
And Hilton, please.
And more D-line. We definitely need D-line
Yes.
more D-line talent.
I-
But Dustin,
you know-
what are your thoughts on that?
Go ahead.
I agree. I mean, I think linebacker, we need to get more dynamic there too. Both Wilson and Pratt are turning 28 years old. I mean, Pratt, like, it's like I know we want to go back to like 2021. I mean, in football years, that might as well be ages ago. So I would like a Chris, what's his name? The Ole Miss
Jenkins?
linebacker, Chris Paul Jr.
Oh,
Like I would
Yeah.
I would take a swing at him in the middle. I don't know. I feel like we need linebackers that can like cover guys.
Why do you
Make
do
plays.
this? Why do you do this,
I
Craig?
know. I'm sorry, man. But I do what Jay's comment. It's gonna be funny if
Both.
like all these guys develop and we kind of like it's like, oh, actually our team drafted okay. Like it's just we didn't develop the chop you're talking about that earlier.
I don't think our team drafted bad. I just don't think there's been any player development on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm hoping that that's what Al Golden's going to come in here and change. I don't think we drafted bad. I just don't think that these players have been developed. They were not bad in college. We spent first and second and third round picks on our defense in the last 3 drafts. The majority of our drafts, day 1 and 2, have been defense. It's just a lack of player development. This year, I think we're going to find out if that's the case or not, because if these players don't develop anymore under Al Golden, maybe that it was just the players,
Yeah, and the frustrating part is all them, Hill, Turner, Murphy, all have showed flashes. So the talent's there.
Yeah.
If the guy's flashing, there's talent. Now, if the guy doesn't, that's why I'm kind of a little bit more concerned about Jenkins. But when guys flash, that's what gets me excited, because the talent's there. You just got to pull it out of them and develop it, and then use them and put them in the best positions to win. So yeah.
Well, let's go back to Jenkins then, because it's a curious case of the Chris Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you get a good, solid run defender, and we need that. But was he a good, solid run defender this year? And also the pass rush upside. How much upside is there really? What are your thoughts on Chris Jenkins overall? I know it was only his first year, and he dealt with the hand, but he dealt with the eye at Michigan last year, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I think he's I'm always want to be patient with players as long as they're showing flashes to me. Like even this year, Fig Newton flashed a little bit.
Yes,
Anthony flashed a little bit. DJ Ivy, his first year, he flashed, and you see he came on the end of the second year and he was, on tight ends and covering them really well. So my concern is I just didn't see enough flashes. I didn't see enough improvement over the season. You could say a rookie wall, but I don't know. It just, there wasn't enough there for me.
He shouldn't have hit a rookie wall because he missed games and stuff,
Yeah. So it's just, I am concerned there. I actually was really excited what I saw from McKinley Jackson. I mean, his first step and his burst. That's something that you can't really coach. I just can't get over the game. Who's the guard for the Broncos? That was just manhandling Jenkins in that game. Just had him on his ass the entire game. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. So I don't know. Maybe it's a leverage thing. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert with the D-line coach. Maybe they can get something out of them. But I do think we do need to go back to the defense line interior and attack that again in the draft for sure.
Well, even if BJ Hill's brought back, we still need another pass rusher specifically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's where, I think Walter Nolan could be that. My guy Aeneas Peebles, who I got as top of my second round type board. That's how highly I think of that guy.
I like him a lot. I like the potential at Phillips too. At some point, I mean, anytime you're in the Big Ten, you're going against some dudes that some fucking guys that can really just get their hands on you and rough you up. So him flashing, but yeah.
How about Norman Lott? Sorry, just I want to mention him too. While we're mentioning, because Sands doesn't like him at all. And I was like, well, there's a lot to like. He doesn't play a ton of, but he just says if he can't play any run defense, he won't get on the field.
You gotta figure out how to use them. Al Golden's
I
defense,
think he could get on the field.
Yeah, Al Golden's defense is one of disruption. So
Yes.
like you play run good, great. If you're a pass rusher only, great. I just want guys in there that are disrupting stuff, you know. And I just
Also
think,
tackle, please.
yeah,
Please, God, the disruption of the ball worries me just a little bit because I'd rather have some solid tackling to start off because we've had such a lack of tackling. I would
yeah,
like to see some solid tackles. Let's get that down and then disrupt the ball. I mean,
That's fair, overzealous too. Like there's a balance, right, between flashes and good solid play. But I didn't see enough of either from Chris Jenkins, to be fair.
yeah,
Like I understand what he's saying, but you know, I understand what you're saying too, Dustin, with the flash. Like the flashes mean like I could get this guy to be more consistent.
hmm And when I
That's
say
how I
flash,
look at flashes.
it's a consistent flash. Like you're seeing a few plays here or there throughout the season, you know, and not like a dip in production. So I don't know. It's like I'm patient with Jenkins. Like I think there's still some stuff there, but
He was only a rookie. It's
Yeah.
definitely like there's still plenty of time, but just I would agree that with you, Dustin, there wasn't enough flashes as a rookie that would get me super excited for this guy.
yeah. I'm with you on that. So I don't know. I just think the first year in Al Golden's defense will be kind of a transitional thing. I think he'll coach us up enough to be a solid defense, which obviously we need. But I do think like we can't assume like you've seen the evolution of, you know, Kansas City become more of a defensive team. I would like a time and you know, with Burrow, you're always going to invest in weapons and probably most of your money's going to go over there. But I would like to see a world in which like we have a defense can shut people down. So when our offense is having like an off game, like in the New York Giants or something this year, we have a defense that we can rely upon, you know? So like I'm okay shooting for average, but I would still like to see like year 2 of Al Golden, we start getting playmakers, guys that can rush the passer, get the ball back to Burrow. So, you know, and protecting him too, right? Like the more you can get the ball back, establish the run, you know, he's not going to take as many hits. Like,
boom, yeah.
He took a lot of hits this year once again, but he was also dropping back. What was it against Pittsburgh or something? There was 52 pass attempts, or I can't remember what it was, but that's just
there's a lot of games where there's probably too many pass attempts, but
yeah. And I can't fault the Bengals coaches because it's like when your defense can't get off the field, you got to score to catch up.
Well, and also you got Joe Burrow, but you have to protect Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
As a coach, you have to protect Joe Burrow.
That's why I was excited when Al Golden understood, like, we have a great quarterback, like whatever we can do to get the ball in his hands. And I think part of like what he was talking about is like, we also want to protect them. So I'm sure those are conversations that they're having, right? Like not only adding talent, but what do we need to do as an organization to add talent, but also get our defense in a place where we're not having to have Burrow drop back that many times a game, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's the thing, Overzeal, like upper 20s, but honestly, if you can get under 20, if you can get to 18 or 19 as a defense.
Yeah.
With the offense we have, and once again, assuming Higgins comes back,
right?
Assuming you sign we have 2 of the worst guards in the NFL. You can say, well, the offense was still good. Okay, cool. That doesn't change the fact that those guards sucked. You should be able to improve those guards fairly easily between a 3rd, 4th round guard draft pick and a Kevin Zeitler that's 34 years old, but still playing at a high level for $6 million for 1 year. But yeah, I think Golden, that's all we need, right? We just need good, solid, foundational pieces. I think there's pieces. I don't think the defense is devoid of talent. That's the only difference I would have with you, Overzealous, on that comment is you said we have nothing on defense. I think we have a lot of guys on defense
coaching
to start with.
Mm-hmm.
We have pieces. Like I think Logan Wilson is a piece. I think the corner, I can list you 5 corners that I think are pieces. Jordan Battle is a piece at safety. Geno Stone, I don't know. He looked good in the second half a little bit, but if they cut him, I'd be okay with that. And you bring in probably be a draft pick, and it's a decent safety class. And D-line, even Jenkins, I think, just being a rookie, a piece, Jackson a piece, but they're depth pieces. Trey Henderson, can't let him leave. That's a 17.5 sack, second for Defensive Player of the Year. Second, I'll take it. That's a win to me because he's a Bengal, and it's hard to get second in these awards even.
Yeah.
I just think there's pieces on this team, on that defense even, but you're going to have to invest, again, probably more specifically in the draft. But if you could get a Walter Nolan, if you could get a Eazy-E, Donovan Ezerico, maybe even a Jack Kaiser supplemental linebacker, 6-year guy that Al Golden knows. Maybe you get him in the 4th, 5th round. Cody Simon, who we drafted in one of our mocks from Ohio State. Veteran guys that could come in. Because I don't know about Pratt. He worries me, but I think there's a lot of
I don't
there's
think
pieces.
Al Golden gets rid of Pratt though, because he coached Pratt when we went to the Super Bowl, and I think he'll run it back.
Alex, I agree. Like, no donkeys, man. You get a Dalton Risner,
No tomato
and
cake.
Zeitler. Risner and Zeitler even. You get those 2 guards in free agency. I feel good putting my left guard, right guard, and let's say we bring Cody Ford back, who is basically our 6th lineman, right? Plus you got Matt Lee another year and a new O-line coach, Scott Peters, who's supposed to be pretty good. So you could fix guard in free agency. You could. I mean, fix it for this season at least. And I'm an all-in kind of guy. Let's go all in.
Yeah, I mean, like I think the free agency class, because I think teams are starting more and more to protect players, like with tags and the 5th-year option. It's harder to get dudes coming off their first contract. A lot of the free agents are a little bit on the older side. But from like an offensive line standpoint, if you're in like a transitional year where you're drafting and developing, bring Zeitler in, give him what he wants. Don't lowball him. You know what I mean? Like let's
yes.
Again, don't lowball him again.
Again, yeah, exactly. So
I mean, it's not like he's getting that much money anyway at these other teams. So why you don't even have?
Well, it was like $7 million a year or something, right? It was like 3 years, 21. Yeah, that's what he signed when we wanted him back.
I mean, Tevin Jenkins could be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah,
like the free agent market, you're always exposed to like whatever teams are willing to pay, man. You know, so you're probably going to overpay for players too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So that's just the dice that you got to that's the part of roster construction. You got to gamble is like, how far are you willing to go on a player that's, mid-tier?
But you should be able to get the veteran, the Dalton Risners, the Kevin Zeitlers of the world, and Kevin Zeitler, who's lived in Cincinnati and liked it in Cincinnati. Like he doesn't have to like Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Alex, he doesn't have to, the wife doesn't have to like, hell, we don't like Mike Brown. But he likes Cincinnati, and I think he'd like competing for potentially a playoff, an AFC championship, a division title. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of reasons that these veterans would want to come here, because at the end of the day, you do have Joe Burrow. That's a selling point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, his numbers were phenomenal this year, Kevin Zeitler, with his PFF rankings. I mean, it'd be interesting I don't know, what's Detroit's depth? What would they be just trying to make an offer back to him again? Like, I don't know.
They could. I mean, they could.
Yeah. So
I don't know what it is.
I'm sure they'll make him an offer, right? I mean, he played good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be the offer he wants, but they'll definitely make him an offer.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of money tied up elsewhere too. Are they going to pay him $6 million? I would gladly, because that's the PFF projected value for him is 1 year, $6 million. I would gladly give him $6 million on the season.
I'd definitely give him $6 million
and be like, boom, I got my starting right guard. His play has not dropped off, even though he's 34.
I would give him more than that if I have to bid. You know, so
Yeah,
like,
especially 1 year. You're not tying up
1 year.
future money.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as far as the contract extensions, I mean, I'm like, it's just, I'm 50-50. Who knows? You know, it's all kind of like speculation and a guessing game. I mean, we've all talked about this. Burrow went down.
I certainly am
That's
not counting any chickens. No chickens counted.
No chickens counted. So
But that's why I hate to say, like, I hate to do the T or Trey, but I guarantee you that's the Bengals mindset.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be happy if we bring one of them back. No, we won't. Joe won't. That's more important than if we are happy.
Right.
Your franchise is your franchise quarterback, Joe Burrow. Don't piss him off.
Well,
Don't
let me
piss
ask you
him
this.
off.
Would you, if you're the Bengals, would you at least listen to possible offers on a trade for Trey?
I would. You kind of have to, because you don't want to go down this path of like, you know, we just don't need more contract distractions. If they're just not going to meet him where he wants to be met, trade him. You know, I don't want to trade him.
Yeah, that's when you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And
I mean,
then
you could get some kind of a team to call with some crazy offer. Give us a first round pick. Who the fuck knows? You know, you never know what you can get.
I mean,
I'm not saying I want to trade Trey even for a first round pick.
Chiefs would probably give you pick 32.
Yeah. No. I ain't trading the Chiefs. Not a goddamn thing.
I mean, if there's any year to trade a pass rusher, it's this year because of the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, because why? Because there's nothing in it.
No, it's because you can sweep up some pass rushers this year.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Oh, you mean for the Bengals?
If you're going to trade a pass rusher off your team, this would be the year. I haven't looked at the draft for next year, but
which is the reason other teams aren't going to do that, and other teams aren't going to give them $30 million or whatever. Season.
That's always interesting. It's like the backdoor discussions, like, or is there a team? Like, I just don't. Like, Trey might have these demands for a contract, but it's like, and he's not technically on the open market, but there's almost like, I wish you could find out, like, what are teams willing to pay you, you know, and to find out, like, if Trey's like, oh shit, maybe I'm not going to get this much money on the open market. I'm just better staying with the Bengals and taking whatever pay. Because I think they will make him some type of offer that's more than what he's making now. It just depends upon, like, how much of a bump does Trey want?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's so tough because he led the league in sacks in the past, 4 or 5 years. He's been up there as sack leader, but it's like you're bumping up against the age. When's the fall off? So it's like these big numbers are being produced at an interesting like time. You can also say like, what's going to happen with Myles Garrett? Like, are teams going to, because there's a lot of dead money with that, and there's a lot of like, it's just cap stuff, and so it's going to be interesting to follow both of Hendrickson and Garrett to see what happens with this.
But for me, as a Bengals fan, I just want them to take care of their guys, because that's what Burrow wants.
Be nice.
Like, I don't want to pull a Greg thing, but make Burrow I'm team make Burrow happy. You know, like if he wants these guys back, you have the room to do it, especially when you make the cuts you should make. That's the first thing I want to see, by the way, is them start making cuts when the league year starts, or whenever they're allowed to start cutting. Just cut them.
Yeah, cut that shit.
Yeah, I
We'll see
mean,
what happens.
I'm also willing to have a little dip in production, or Trey gets to sit and take breathers more often, just to have his, like, our guys here. I just think it does show like, hey, we're taking care of our people, our peeps, our homies. Let's take care of them. They produced, I'm willing to like, oh, we paid this guy and now he sucks.
What's a locker room statement?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
No, you got to be strategic. Like, you're not going to pay everybody, like you got to be strategic, but like your ballers, your blue chippers, let's get those guys paid, and we'll worry about the rest.
Well, they should still have money. They make the cuts they need to make. They should, but it's always the cash versus cap conversation. They have plenty of cap and can have plenty of cap room, but do they have the cash to get put in escrow?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, I think Joe Goodberry tweeted something out a couple weeks ago about cash spend that I found interesting. I mean, the cap stuff, I'm not like I look at it and kind of understand it, but
yeah, I've tried to learn it more. Santori does a good job trying to teach me this, but he's always said cash versus cap is one thing that, and he's like the Bengals, the cap, and I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Like me, just as a fan, I'm like, that's bullshit. Like that's when they should do the private equity, the whatever they need to do to get more cash available.
Yeah. Maybe this is the season we had to have a learning experience. How do you get better? You learn from your trials and tribulations. I don't know.
They're gonna tell us everything. They're gonna tell us everything this offseason.
Bengals don't have a history of learning from their mistakes.
They don't.
Hopefully that
they teased us. They foreplayed us. For a little bit. They tickled us, but it does.
I don't know what Trey would probably be 20.
No, Dustin, we were
25.
bamboozled by fucking good quarterback and wide receiver play. Nothing changed. They didn't tickle us. That was just accidental.
Well, they did hit on that the free agency classes. I'll give them credit on that. They found good guys at the right time, but they just haven't been able to duplicate that. So at one point we thought like, oh, the Bengals are doing some creative, innovative stuff from a roster building standpoint with finding these free agents. And then they try to duplicate that and they just swung and miss, So that's part of it too. It's like you can't wait for Geno Stone all season to start playing the way. And again, that could go back to coaching. But those guys just didn't produce. So
yeah.
I want to So, Paul, are you saying like Trey isn't getting 20 as in like he wouldn't deserve to get 20 or on the comment there? Because his cap hit next year is almost 19 already. He's
going to get more than 20. Trey's probably going to get like 23. I think.
That's what I was thinking, 23 to 20. Like, and it's something that makes him feel good about going up from. So his cap hit last year was over 20.
His base is 15.8. I mean, what? How about we just give him a freaking huge signing bonus, and bump another year?
Well, that's why I always say like cap hit. So cap hit last year was over 20 million. This year it's projected to be around 19.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cap part of it. But yeah, there's all the roster gymnastics stuff. Be creative, Overzealous. You're right.
Also, Joe Burrow does not need to restructure this year. Now, down in the future, when a lot of these picks that we have right now need re-sign, like Mims and stuff, maybe that's a restructure. But right now, the Bengals have an abundance of cap space this season. So front load some of these contracts when you have the space, and then that way you deal with next year after that.
Yeah.
Yes, they gave him. So the 1 year extension was 21, and they gave him a pretty fat signing bonus on the last extension. Is that right for Trey?
I think so. Yeah. I think they could appease him. I think they could appease Trey and make it work. Like, because I do think he wants to be here ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Fuzzy Ball's going back to T. Higgins. In 2024, T. Higgins targets that were catchable. 73 of 92, 77.4%, only 2 drops. It's not replaceable. That's fair.
Yeah.
They need both. They need both. That's like it is like it's saying pick between your kids. I got 2 kids. You want T or you want Trey? No, I ain't picking between my kids. Fuck you. I want them both, man. They're my kids. Yeah. I love them.
Well, part of me is like, so the agents meeting on Monday, I think we'll have a little more, how insiders, they got info. We'll probably find out quickly on Monday how that conversation goes. some news will break next week, so we'll have a little bit more clarity on what happens with Trey. And then T's a tough one because there's optimism one day, and then there's because in the interviews with T, he hasn't been as he's been a little, in which he probably should be, but he's a little more even keel about it. He's not super committed or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how those conversations evolve over the next month or so. I feel like
I don't even want conversations. I want extensions to happen because they can do it. Because I don't want it going into free agency.
Me neither. Yeah.
Because if that happens, then it's and they're going to have to make a decision on T quicker because do you apply the double tag? And then they say, well, we've got 26 million tied up. So, we're still trying to work out a long term, and then it's just a headache of what he showed. That scares the hell out of me.
I don't even want them to do, we're tagging to further negotiates. Nah, don't even do that to them. Just let them go. If you're not going to get the deal done, let them go.
I did.
Like that.
All right. Sorry, I was side texting while you guys were geeking out.
He was pissing in his bucket.
That's right. I was taking a leak in my bucket, Dale.
He was actually sending dick pictures.
I was actually.
Pisser.
That's all right. So yeah.
I just got a dick picture.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. That's right. You have to zoom in.
Does it fit on that screen?
Oh, I can put it a bunch of times on that screen. It's a thumbnail, Dustin.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do. Talk it down.
Oh yeah, Chop sending pictures that aren't even him, and it's sitting on the toilet, and then it's just a dick.
Yeah, but look, dude, everybody thought that was me for so long, and I just didn't say anything. It was hilarious.
Yeah, they're I can't believe you guys believe this.
I know. I wish I had that guy's dick.
No, with AI, we're going to be able to make ourselves look like anything.
Can we put it on our real body, though?
I'm sure.
I'm sure there's surgeries for that down the road. We'll fly you out.
Technology, Chop, man. Yeah. Technology, bro.
Dudes are flying to Turkey to get that hair replacement.
At Midwest Best Barbecue on March 15th, I'll be 53. 53. Right now, 52.
I thought you were only 13.
13 birthdays, that's correct.
Oh. Okay.
I want to drink there, so we'll go with the 52. 3.
Okay, that's fair.
You got the youthful exuberance of a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I'm so youthful with my high energy stuff walking around. Very useful.
All right, boys. I feel like we should probably end this one.
I
appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah, thanks for your 45-minute, 10 minutes.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a meeting canceled, so I could get it.
There you go.
Go enjoy the weekend. I'm gonna start cracking some cocktails.
Everybody enjoy your weekend. Have some nice Miller Lights. They don't sponsor the show, but they get a free shout out because it's Miller Light.
Neither does Coke Zero, but
Yeah,
there's this water, but this water is in a Darth Bengal mug that
I know. I don't have any of those.
It's elite.
I don't have
elite
one of
mug,
those.
by the way.
I know.
Shout
I
out
wouldn't
Darth
know.
Bengal.
I've seen them. But I don't. I've even seen them in the wild, but I've not got one.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Brew Crew, you guys are freaking awesome. 13 subscribers away. Tell a friend or just steal a friend's phone and make them subscribe.
And thank God, next time we come on here, this season will be fucking over. Right?
That's true.
I'm glad. I'm done with it, man. I just want to get Sunday over. I'm gonna watch, but I just want to get it over with.
Yeah, I'll watch. I mean, it's the Super Bowl. I'll watch. I'll root against the Chiefs because I'm just a hater now, apparently. But I don't like the Eagles. I don't like Philly
either
fans,
one of them.
but I don't like the tush push or brotherly shove or whatever you call it.
I mean, I know,
but I do not want the Chiefs to 3-peat. Just can't do it.
Although if they do, maybe Andy Reid will retire on the 3-peat, and then the Chiefs will be no more. Is that a possibility? I don't think he retires.
No,
but,
probably not. But that'd be cool.
I mean, that's talk about going out on top of your game, unless he's like walking 4-peat.
Yeah, and then he just opens up
these
like
refs. I could probably go for 4 or 5.
I mean, when Orlando Brown was on the show, he talked about how much he loves cheeseburgers. Maybe he just wants to open a cheeseburger like chain restaurant around the country. Like, go to the next step of your life, Andy. Like, you win 3 Super Bowls,
sir.
brother. Like, it's just like, go ahead and go to your next step of your life. You will be a Hall of Fame coach. You're a legend. You could go back on TV and do, but you don't need to coach the Chiefs no more. I like that, Chop. Let's go. That's the only solace I will take if the Chiefs win is maybe Andy Reid will retire. And Travis Kelce, so we ain't got to see no more damn Taylor Swift. Because Haley Steinfeld, greater than Taylor Swift. Greater. Haley Steinfeld?
Everybody.
Taylor Swift.
Everybody.
Greater.
I'm just not a fan. I've never been a fan. I mean, I'm not whatever. I know Joe, our buddy Houday Joe, loves Taylor
And
Swift.
Greg.
Greg, but Greg didn't propose to his wife with a fucking Taylor Swift
true.
song on the guitar that he learned, and Joe did.
And then he got her tickets to the comment.
And then he bought fucking $9,000 tickets in the third row.
Made us all look bad.
So that's all good for Joe, and I appreciate that. But man, I'm just not a Taylor Swift fan.
You're right.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. We will end this as T-Bowles told us to with Greg dancing. I just got
that's our.
I got to scroll down. I almost
Love
played
y'all. Have a good weekend. See you
Hold on,
Monday.
I
with
almost
Jay
played our
Gruden.
intro video. I got to actually get to BSG dancing. I almost screwed that up. Imagine
We got
that.
to start
3
over.
hours in, then I screwed it up.
Yep.
Love y'all, man. Everybody have a good and safe weekend. You the best. Houday, baby.
Bengals and Brews, the podcast crew. Get up an orange arrow, pork chop too. Greg Luther, Big Savage, Top Bud King, Yoshi Lover, they bring the zing. Cincinnati Bengals, the pride of the city. Join the fun with pork chop, Polish Mayor.